Having issues finding my own stream on YouTube Gaming. That's not good. Oh. On YouTube Gaming, you can see my full channel art thing. Cool. And my excellent Whiny Bitch Gamer logo. Hello, Stormer. Not sure how The Last of Us came up. Ezo? You gotta spell it right, the Lugman. Gamer. I'm just setting a few more things up. I have a couple of guests joining me. Oh, now it shows that I'm live. Okay. Yeah, I didn't know that what you guys could hear. So. Oh, now here it is. Okay. Right. Alright, it's there. Why, thanks, Stormer. I appreciate your complimentos. Alright, so I'm going to sign in to chat. I'll sign in. I'll show you a sign in. Everything else should be all set up technically. And once I call my friends and do the intro, we'll get started here. Just gotta... Oh, come on, you took me here? Okay, good. Hello? Come on, laptop. Gotta say though, that landscape scaling is looking pretty nice. Well, if you can get all the Chaos Worlds in Sonic 2 easily, then good on you. I'm certain you've had a lot of practice, much like I've had a lot of practice with Zero Mission. So, if you like Sonic 2, that's great. But I don't know. I don't think it's immune from criticism. I think it has problems. I mean, it's easy to say that the classics are perfect when you engineer a groupthink, a way of approaching old school video games that makes them effectively immune from any sort of criticism. Why on YouTube and not Twitch? Because I don't like Twitch. That's why. Get over it! I need to pop out the chat now, because I did finally get it to come up. Ah, here we go. I'll get this full screen. And now I don't need this, so I can close that just for simplicity's sake. Alright, now I'm gonna call my buddies and see if they pick up. Haydock should be joining us later, also, we need to get used to that. See, I think what happened is, I used to pronounce also correctly, but then people kept complaining that I was pronouncing it weird, so I started pronouncing it as also, or whatever. Then people complained about that, and it's just like, which is the real one? Turns out it's also. So there you go. No, I don't want to close the tabs, you monkey. Okay, Ryan's ready, so I'm gonna call Ryan. If I can find his contacto. Sorry about the delays, gentles and ladiesmen. Actually, why don't I just keep the whole... Why don't I not pop out the chat? So everything will be in one window, so I can actually... Alright. I'm just chatting to myself about the stream.
Talking to yourself? Oh man, you going crazy.
Bro, it's almost like I'm streaming.
Oh. So you're streaming Zero Mission, huh?
Yep.
This from the Wii U's Virtual Console?
Well, I'm gonna tell you a secret, Ryan.
Oh.
I'm emulating this.
Ooh.
It gets a sharper image and there's less latency on the control, which makes the game better to play. The thing is that ever since I've realized how bad the gamma correction is on the eShop,
It's been hard to go back.
Yeah, it's hard to want to play those versions because of that. All right, let's see if Dan is ready. And then we'll get started, gentles and ladiesmen. My apologies for the delay. On the VOD, I will include a comment that directs people to the proper time.
I'm currently enjoying a red strawberry ale, and it's pretty okay.
A-hole?
Ale. A-L-E.
Ale! Okay, I thought you were just like, I'm currently enjoying a red strawberry asshole, and I'm like, what? That should tell you where my mind goes.
You've been reading too many Kingdom Hearts fanfictions again?
Yeah. I do have to say that one fanfiction that Haydock shared with us did kind of turn me on just a little bit.
Whatever tickles your pickle.
Yeah. ExoParadigmGamer, can you act like the One Bitch Gamer? You mean like I act all the time? Let's see. Hi, Exo, going for the 11%? You know, Game and Tank, that's a good question. I don't think I've ever done a minimalist run in this game. It's just not usually how I prefer to... Oh, I never thought to try that, actually.
You're gonna try to do a minimalist run?
No, like on the screen here, you'll see later, it shows that you can do a ball spark to skip part of that area. But the thing about that is you never need to go back there. Mm-hmm. So that trick, I think, is useless. But whatever, I guess it's useful if you miss something there and want to get back quick, but... No, odds are if you're doing like a speed run, then you will never need to go there. I know from experience. You go there once, you get everything you need. Alright.
So this is the remake of the first game, right?
Yes. The original game is garbage. This version is great.
I wouldn't say it was garbage. It was fine for what it was. And it can still be fun with cheat codes, but playing it normally, it's quite a task.
The original NES Metroid gets worse every time I play it.
Yeah.
Like, it has not aged well at all. I mean, like, even for its time, I feel a lot of the design choices were just... lack all common sense. Like, there's no way to get your pickups back without farming for 3 hours. And that's the biggest problem with the game. It kills the experience. I can get over the map, I can get over the limited control, but the farming is what just kills it.
I hear you. I mean, that's why whenever I play the original Metroid, like the original Metroid, I'm always using cheat codes.
I better address Nathaniel Foga's question. When will I review the next Ratchet & Clank game? I have good news for you, Nathaniel Foga. There will be a new Ratchet & Clank review coming out after the next Roar that comes out tonight at 12 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So, yeah, you will have... that will be coming up.
So, what was the Roar that got the straw poll vote?
That was Kirby's Adventure versus Nightmare in Dreamland. Oh
okay,
my
Nightmare
God,
in Dreamland's on Game Boy Advance, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my God, that slowed down. What is going on?
We got the Lug Man asking you your favorite question.
The Lug Man? You should do it. Oh. See, the thing is I don't, because some people do know that's a question I get all the time, and that it kind of annoys me. But I can't tell which this is, because it's played so straight. Vlogman, I would like to do that, but I do not have a 3DS capture device. So there you go. I don't want to do it on an emulator because the biggest complaint people have, okay, really, this is getting ridiculous, this sound skipping thing. Let me pause the emulator for a moment here. I think we're just gonna go ahead and get started, and then when Dan can come along, he can come along. I guess he's busy at the moment, but King K will be here eventually, because he's the one you all came for, I know. Alright, so we're gonna do the intro, and then we're gonna get started. Alright folks, greetings and welcome to another Shrek-siding stream here on ExoParadigmGamer. I am ExoParadigmGamer, as you all likely know, and today we are going to be playing Metroid Zero Mission. So, let's play the story intro real quick, and then we'll get started with the game.
Yay! I'm here too, by the way.
Yep, that's Ryan of the Ryan Stucks at Video Games. Stucks at Video Games. I love this little intro cutscene. Like, it explains everything you need to know about the game so quickly. Like, in the original game, you could wait on the title screen, then a text crawl would show up that says, destroy all the Metroid organism on the planet Zebeth, and destroy the mechanical life vein Mother Brain. Emergency Police, Galactic Federation Police. It says something like that, and it's in awful English. Then you play this, and it's just like this fast-paced dun 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 dun, and it tells you everything you need to know so quickly. Okay, the game is slow and lagging as fuck. That's because of weighing on the hardware. I turned off the preview for OBS, so hopefully you guys need to tell me in the chat if something goes wrong with the stream proper. Alright, let's get started.
I'm watching the stream, by the way, so if I notice anything, I'll let you know. I mean, it seems to be running pretty smoothly from my end.
Alright, so this is going to be 100% run, speedrun Jones, and on the normal difficulty, as the case may be. The game does have a hard mode, which is actually reasonably challenging, but I don't know, I find the game's more fun to play 100% in normal, just because what the hard mode does is enemies get tougher, you take more damage, and power-ups, pickups give you less ammo. So what that means is that instead of giving you 5 missiles for every missile tank, you get 2. I think. And then, like, I think...
MSX Graphics says, please, I hate the Shrek references. Stop them. I hate them.
No, I will never stop it. You can't stop the ogre music. I don't know. I tried. I tried to be a hip meme lord just now, but I couldn't. Can you keep an eye out for Dan?
Yep. Here we go.
Can you?
I be ready now.
Can you add people to the call, Ryan, while I'm playing? Is that a thing you can do on Skype?
I will see. I think I can only add people to the chat.
Okay.
Let me see if I can add people to this. So I think maybe if you're hosting the call, I can't add people. Oh, wait, no, add people to this call. Daniel McGuba.
Daniel McKella, actually, I don't know if we're... Hold on. And all of a sudden, Skype showed up as the primary window, and I lost control of the game. Is Dan here? Hello everyone, I'm King K, and I'm here to tell you why Dark Souls 2 is not as good as Dark Souls 1.
My name is King K, and I'm here to tell you why I love Sonic Advance 2 and think it's the greatest game ever made.
I don't care. I don't enjoy playing it, so fuck you. Exo's a hit meme lord now. Well, fuck Skype. Skype fucked up for Dan, so...
Whoop.
Not here quite yet. Okay, so biggest improvement to a Metroid Zero Mission right off the bat, every Chozo statue in the game acts as a recharge station. So if you're low on missiles or health, you don't have to farm for 300 hours.
Oh, okay.
That alone makes this game a replace to me. And that's only the tip of the iceberg of how awesome this game is. Like, the more I play it, the more I realize that this is my favorite one.
Favorite Metroid game?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's so fast-paced, the level design is so great, the graphics look amazing, I love the music. You know, doesn't get much better for me than this.
I played it a handful of times on an emulator, but I never actually beat it.
Well, that's interesting, because, like, there are these Chozo statues layered about that tell you where to go, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's something that Metroid veterans don't like about this remake, but it makes it a lot more accessible for newer people who don't know where to go.
Right.
Because the original game is just like, no, Joshua's Jesus, I do not own a PS Vita or a PS TV. If I would, I'd get a PS TV so I could record. Because otherwise, I wouldn't be... Because, like, if I'm going to get a console, I'm going to make sure I can record it, you know? Oh, I gotta do this. Speedrunning tactic, everyone.
Oh,
Alright.
Dan's in the call! Yeah!
Dan
tried to
is
get
here.
in and then Skype crashed. I don't know why.
Well, so this
It's
is...
a beautiful program.
Why don't you introduce yourself real quick, Dan?
I'm King K. You don't need to know any more than that. I could say that I could say that I make back alley porn videos and people would believe me.
No, that's true.
I mean, you do. I've seen them, but, you know.
Oh
You
yeah.
know, that is true. Oh, Game and Tank, he says, he's in way ogre his head with this meme lord. I almost beat the game until he got to the Space Pirate segment. That part was pretty tricky for me my first time. It's essentially an extension of the SAX sequences from Fusion. Only a little, I guess, a little harder because you can die pretty quickly. But if you get all the energy tanks, it's not too bad. But that's assuming that you're gonna find them, and not everyone's gonna do that. Alright, I'm find... what is this guy's name? I forget. The Worm Boss. And that's where you get the charge beam.
Wormy from SpongeBob.
Thank you. You got it.
Alright, so, you guys... So then, you guys have all played this game. I believe, right?
I've dabbled.
I've beaten it once. Yeah. Quite recently, actually.
Mm-hmm. And then you did a stream once, and I backseat gamed the whole time.
Wait, it doesn't this game also do the thing that the first game did, where your shots can only go a certain distance?
At first, yes, but you get the long beam right away, so it's not a problem. In the original game, you had to go find the missiles first before you could get the long beam, but in this game, you can get it immediately at the start of the game, so... I think they should have just put the charge beam there, and just had you start out with the long beam.
Yeah. But hey, you gotta add more power-up and stuff like that to make it feel good.
Does this game have the thing where if you charge and then you go into more fall, a bunch of bombs explode everywhere?
No. This game and Fusion have just released the charge shot from the ball. That's what happens.
I've been playing AM2R and I love doing when you charge and then you let bombs out of your morph ball.
Yeah, that features in Super as well.
Yeah, I noticed that too. I didn't use it as much in Super though.
That's kind of a weird thing about the Game Boy Advance games is they take out a bunch of things from Super, like very small things that I never actually use all that much, like the ability to turn certain beam power-ups on and off, and the ability to switch back, turn off like the screw attack, which is something I actually would have appreciated in this game, because I always get it early, and then it actually causes problems because it destroys platforms sometimes, because they're destructible. So you spin jump into it and you break it, and it makes a certain section of the game a little harder if you get the screw attack early, which I would recommend. I'm going to show off a few sequence breaks in this playthrough.
We got some requests to do a remake or a re-break on this game.
Yeah, I put it in the poll and you guys didn't vote for it, so...
I voted for it.
A lot of people voted for it, actually, didn't they?
It didn't win, is the point. I put it on, and apparently people wanted to see Kirby's Adventure instead.
For the record, I voted for Zero Mission.
Yeah.
I did too.
But stay tuned and hold on to your butts, guys, because there might be a Metroid remake or re-break coming your way very soon. It's kind of why I'm playing this, because I had to record stock footage of this game for that video, and then I realized how much I wanted to do another stream of this, because I did stream this once before, but I did it through the Elgato's stream software, and it was garbage, and it, you know, it dropped frames all the time, and everything ended up terrible, and nobody in the chat told us. I actually did that with the Mavericks.
I use the Elgato stuff to stream. I don't think it's that bad.
Well, I think part of it was my computer. My laptop isn't strong enough to stream. I'm using my desktop right now. My desktop obviously has better hardware.
I only have a laptop, so... Hey, do you enjoy Mario Party 9?
I've never played it. I would agree. Zero Mission is a replace for me. Who said that? Let's see. Zephyr Silver. Yep, I would agree. Yep.
Okay. Does anyone notice that Mecha Ridley is unfinished because it ain't got no legs?
Yeah.
I never noticed.
Whoops. Fuck this tweet up.
How dare you?
Are you tweeting out the stream for me, Dan?
Yeah, but
I should have remembered to do that actually. I always forget something when I do these streams.
I'll do that right now.
I spelled your Twitter thing wrong though, so I have to redo it.
Yeah, that's always fun, isn't it? I'll retweet to you once I get to Norfair real quick. So, anything going on in the chat, Ryan?
Does this stream have bagels?
Nope. Because I am not Jewish. Oh!
You can enjoy bagels and not be Jewish.
Yeah, I know. I'm just kidding.
I love bagels.
What makes Game & Tank able to join Skype calls? Well, Wrecked by Wrench, Game & Tank is a content creator friend of mine who's friends with my other friends, so I have his Skype contact. That's why. Alright, let's see.
We have someone in the chat bringing up the Metroid, the Metal Gear Solid survival game.
Oh, that? Yeah, I don't really care.
I mean, I was never big on Metal Gear anyways, but it's like, now you add a franchise I was never really too interested in, and then you put zombies in it, and it's like, okay, now I'm really not convinced, because I don't give a shit about either.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
I mean, honestly, like, this is the same series that's already had essentially a vampire in it. So it's just like having zombies, the Metal Gear franchise is pretty silly, is my point. So I don't think putting zombies in it is just like ruined forever. Like some
I don't
people
think it means
to.
that it's ruined forever. I just think whenever I see it, and it's like it's a poor attempt to stay relevant, you know? Because what do kids like these days? They like the zombies, even though everyone said that zombies
really
are fired.
obviously does not understand the appeal of the franchise. Is the point? I think.
Yeah, there. Alright. Mother Brain is an asshole. Your brain is so sexy. Oh, we got some comments about Mother Brain over here.
Yeah, how did she come up as a relevant topic of discussion?
Well, there was a cutscene that displayed.
Some of you guys may recognize that jingle from Alec Alger, the SideQuest Gamer's hit series, These Crazy Days in Gaming.
Yeah,
where Alec Alger, the SideQuest Gamer, talks about relevant gaming topics.
Who is not on this podcast, by the way.
Yeah, who is not on the Unversed cast, but he has tried every trick in the book. It's like a fucking cartoon. The other day
he tried to impersonate me.
And then he tried to impersonate me. And then he started talking to, I think, one of my viewers as me. But you think that viewer would know that it's not actually me because I never added his Skype details, so it's like, okay. But,
do you think Nintendo will release a new Metroid for the NX?
Hopefully.
Anything's possible. I don't know.
I think it's a damn near certain.
I mean, I'm on the Metroid hype train now, so I mean, hopefully.
I think with all the attention Metroid has been getting from the fans, it has to happen. And also, I think one of the directors said that he wants to make Prime 4, so...
Kensuke Tanabe, he produced the Prime Trilogy and Federation Force. But the real true producer of Metroid is a man named Yoshio Sakamoto, and he's essentially the George Lucas of the Metroid franchise. He had a lot of great ideas. Like, he directed, I think, Metroid 2, Super Metroid Fusion, and this game. But he also directed Other M, and all the bad things in that game were his idea.
Yep.
So, yeah, like, he was the one who had the story for Other M in mind. He's the one who had the presentation and, like, the characterization for Samus, his relationship with Adam Malkovich, or her relationship, rather. And, yeah, so all the things in that game that sucked story-wise were his idea, and he was directing the game. It was his idea to have Team Ninja develop it, not, you know, like, someone who actually knows how to make a proper Metroid game. I looking back, I feel like I was a little too easy on Other M when I reviewed it. I plan on revisiting that at some point. Because, like, the more I think about it, you know, like, I really didn't talk about the story enough. Because that was, like, I was back in the day when I had so few subscribers and so few viewers that I was, like, I was kind of pressured not to be too controversial so that people would actually watch me. Things are obviously different now. So I make, you know, I have pretty controversial opinions all the time, so it's like, you know. Speaking of controversial opinions, you folks should stay tuned. Whereas, oh, hold on. Oh yeah, I do have to go this way.
Joshua is Jesus. Ryan, would you fuck a bagel? Probably. If it's chocolate chip, maybe. I have to think about it.
I mean, it's the right shape. Have you guys... Oh, but you know what's even better than that, Ryan? Is grapefruit. And Ryan, instead of closing a tab, you should open a new one with the grapefruit technique in it.
I was so confused when I saw that. And I was even more confused when I found out that you sent that to me. I'm like,
Oh, what do you mean? You wouldn't expect that from me? Is that what you're saying, Ryan?
Yes, I would not expect that from you. I would not expect you to even know what that was.
Well, I'll tell you a secret. I didn't. My sister did, and she showed it to me.
Oh, okay. That makes it a bit more weird, but considering that she's 13 years old, but okay.
Yeah. She's still a babu. What's his face from Mega Man Legends would say? Babu. And now we're dead. Alright.
I still never played Zero Mission, or not Zero Mission, Mega Man Legends.
It's a good time, I'd say.
Is it?
Yeah, I like it.
Is
Mega
it
Man
really?
Legends 2 is a lot better, though.
That's the one that's like super expensive, right?
Well, if you get the CD, yeah, but if you get it off of PSN, it's like $6. Or maybe it's 10. It's much less expensive than the other version.
It's affordable.
Yeah. Well, I asked for a roar of Metroid NES versus Zero Mission, and the guy plays Zero Mission. Well, you know,
the next best thing.
I put it on the poll, and it didn't win, so what do you want me to do? Disobey the poll?
I voted for it.
Yeah. Y'all just mad because your console doesn't have blast processing. Alright,
So I was going to ask you something related to the whole gaming journalist agenda thing.
Oh,
Okay.
Are
boy.
we talking about the whole Sonic IGN thing?
Maybe. I mean, I saw some comments about that.
Yeah.
That was
Not a good fan. Not a fan of that. But I'm also not surprised, so...
And what emulator is this?
VBA? Visual Boy Advance.
Okay. There you
Not
go.
upgrade.
It's aggressive.
The pizza is aggressive, Jimmy. Jimmy, your mother is dead. Order us some pizza.
Just another day in the life of Jimmy Neutron.
You know, I watched a few episodes of that show recently because I wanted to see how it holds up, and you know, there's some surprisingly funny jokes in that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I
don't
have
remember
a
the show
shit
being
sense
bad.
of humor. I have a shit sense of humor, so do with that what you will. Like, I'll laugh at the stupidest things, and other people will be like, this is so dumb, this humor isn't clever or interesting, and I'll be like, haha, that's funny. So, you know, take it with a grain of salt, but I enjoyed it. Let's see.
Apparently, Mega Man was voiced by Sailor Jupiter in Mega Man Legends 2.
Yeah, I think, God, what's her name? Susan Roman, I think was her name. I actually, you know, at first I didn't like her as Mega Man, but then she really grew on me. I kind of like her a little better than the other guy, actually. It fit with the different sort of characterization he had in that game. So, I don't know. I didn't think it ruined the character, so to speak.
Hey, Exo, how does Zero Mission compare compared to the other 3D games in the series?
The 3D
you mentioned this
games?
was your favorite of all earlier.
Yeah,
however,
this is my favorite one.
Okay. You would like to know how this compares to Prime games?
I love the Prime games for their own reasons, but I think what it is prefer how fast-paced the 2D games are. But don't get me wrong, I love the Prime games a lot. It's just like I like them for different reasons. Well, some of the reasons are the same, but I like them. They have different appeals, I guess. Because
I played most of the main Metroids, and even though I prefer 2D, I pretty much like all of them. So I don't know. Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of the thing with the whole Metroid games, is they all have their own appeals. They're all great games for their own reasons and whatnot.
Xyla720 asked if they're the only ones who liked Other M, or rather, they thought it was okay.
There are things about it that's... Yeah, there are things about it that are fine. It's just... As a new direction for Metroid, as a new take on it, I wasn't hugely impressed.
I think the gameplay style has a lot of potential.
Yeah, I would agree with that. It just needs...
I played it for like an hour and I didn't feel like doing anymore.
Yeah,
I probably should finish it, but I just don't even... When I play it, I don't feel compelled to do anything else in it.
I like it.
Hold on, I should go share the stream. There you go. Let's see,
Modern SpongeBob is good. That's controversial, but hey, that's an opinion. You can have it.
What's the difference between modern SpongeBob and old SpongeBob?
That doesn't make it good, but it's an opinion.
Lots of people think that, like, I think season 4 of SpongeBob or something was like the last good one. It's basically like everything up to the first movie. And I stopped watching SpongeBob after that, so I don't know.
Season 4, I remembered it being okay, but then like you actually... Who the hell is this person who keeps calling me? I don't know who they are, and I look them up in like the in the like the phone book and whatnot, and there's someone I have no idea about, and they never leave a message. So it's just like, why would I answer you? Okay, that's besides the point. That annoys me. Okay,
Exo is the best YouTuber ever, in my opinion.
Now hold on, you are insulting the real best YouTuber here, who is in this call right now. Me.
Wow.
I couldn't pick just one of you guys, so I was just like, what do I do here?
Season 6 of SpongeBob is OP. You know, I never thought about SpongeBob in terms of seasons. I just remember episodes.
Yeah. I mean, like, mostly what people remember is Season 2. And maybe a little bit of Season 1 and 3.
I do really love the old ones, so I guess I am on board with people, but I didn't really watch the newer ones, so I don't know.
What would you like to see in a future Metroid Prime game? Are there any specific story elements in particular that should be focused on? I don't know.
I'd like to see something new, but also what the series needs is something more familiar in terms of like game structure. Because like once we got to like Prime 3, it became more shooting heavy, you know, and it became a lot more story driven. And then Other M sort of followed on that a little bit. What I need is something a little more traditional, like Samus goes to a planet by herself. But as for everything in like the game structure should be, you know, more traditional, I think. That's what I would prefer anyway. But in terms of story, they could kind of go wherever.
I don't want to like fly on the ship all the time, like in 3. Because it didn't like, I didn't mind it, but it was sort of like, I prefer being on a planet like alone, you know, like I don't want to fly my ship around everywhere, I guess.
I don't remember
Yeah.
using it that much though. I remember like 2 parts where you have to use it in order to like blow up a wall, but that was
No,
it.
no. What he means is having to travel between the planets,
Oh, okay.
not the
Yeah.
the ship missiles.
And I still really like Prime 3. It's just that it's sort of weak because I don't know. I always felt like really immersed in 1 and 2, and then something about 3. I don't know. It was also like I didn't understand how hyper mode worked, and I kept dying,
Yeah,
and that was weird.
it's like hyper mode is a thing where if you understand how to use it, it kind of breaks the game. Like when I first
Oh
played
yeah, once I
Prime
figured out
3,
what it does, I just killed everything. Like it was insane.
it's actually like people complain about the beam ammo in Prime 2, but I think
I actually
hyper mode's
like it.
worse.
I actually like the beam.
Yeah, I like it too because it means that you can't just blast wildly. It takes a little more strategy. Got to
But
conserve
I
ammo.
like blasting wildly.
Well,
Oh,
then maybe go play Metal Slug. Like
Or
there
Gunstar
are
Heroes.
other games that do that better. I guess that's my point.
we got some questions asking. Well, we got one asking if we'll ever stream Symphony of the Night.
I don't know that game well enough. Is the thing.
That's gonna
Like
be to play it.
I wouldn't know exactly where to go at the right times. Then people get mad. And that game's a lot longer than any Metroid game because it has the stupid upside down castle that I don't like. I like aspects of the second castle, but it's just like it's the same castle only upside down, and only one musical track plays for the entirety of it, pretty much. Like there's one other new track, but mostly it's just that finale toccata song that's really repetitive and really long, and it just drags the game out towards the end, and it's just like you never know exactly where to go, and some of the bosses are like super ridiculously hard. And
Would you
unless
say
you have
that
all the
you
power-ups.
dread it?
No.
Because
Symphony of the Night's a great game, but in my opinion, no Metroidvania game is as good as Metroid.
I
Controversial
just saw
opinion
some. I
alert.
saw some comments about Metroid Dread. So
Oh, yeah.
You know, I wonder why Metroidvania was invented as a term, because they're kind of different. Like, I don't know why, because people just assume that they're really similar and they call it Metroidvania, but I don't know if I can use that term to apply to a game. I can either like call it like a Metroid type game or a Castlevania type game, you know, or a new Castlevania rather.
There are some similar design elements, but I mean, like I can notice the difference design-wise and the way that everything is laid out and how power-ups work between the two. It's kind of because like I really just. The other thing I think is that the Metroidvania genre doesn't really benefit from making the game hard as balls, you know?
Yeah.
In my opinion, because, like, really the appeal for me is, like, speedrunning and whatnot, and trying to do everything as fast as possible. When you make bosses take 1,000,000 hits to kill and require grinding, then it's not really easy to speedrun a game.
yeah.
I mean, like,
We got
the RPG elements are, like, one of the strengths and one of the weaknesses for Metroidvania.
Whenever I hear Metroidvania, though, usually people are just referring to the Metroid aspects of it.
Not the Castlevania aspects.
Yeah, there are
Yeah,
plenty
that's
of
why I just think it's a
Castlevania aspects.
redundant term. You should just probably, I don't know, it's a weird genre name, to be honest.
I think
Suck.
what it is it's like Metroid and Castlevania are kind of like the two biggest series that use some of those design elements, so they just put them together and use that to describe the whole genre. Maybe that's
Probably.
how that came about.
I saw a comment saying that it'd be interesting to have a Metroid game where you actually take bounties. Because Samus is a bounty hunter after all, but we don't really see her taking any bounties.
Well, I've heard that in Japanese, bounty hunter means a much different thing than what it means for an American.
Probably, but I still
So
think it'd be
that's why she never actually takes bounties.
Yeah, she was supposed to in Prime 3, but I think Retro said it was too dark. Or
No,
something?
I think Nintendo made them take it out.
Maybe. It was one of those. I don't remember who it was.
You know, I don't know
Oh,
how
that's
that's so dark, because wasn't 3 about, like, the corruption taking over? Like, that's pretty dark in and of itself.
Nick on Agua Magna is in the chat.
Yay!
How's it going, Nick?
That's actually I did want to do Star Road today, but he wasn't available for that. So that's why we're doing this. We're going to see about Star Road tomorrow, maybe.
So no rage quitting.
Yeah, no rage quitting, no... Because I know this game like the back of my hand. This is like... If there's any game I could speedrun, it might be this one. And until stuff like that happens, that ruins everything. Yeah, but I recorded a bunch of footage of this for the new Roar, so I know where everything is. It shouldn't be too bad.
Okay.
I might actually get a new record. Because what happened was...
sorry for interrupting, but we got the Black Hooded Gamer in here.
Wrecked Wrench, watch his review. The level design is just really tight and smart. What is it? Let's see, Exo, why is Sonic your favorite? I find it boring compared to the others. Yeah. Yeah, like you said, Wrecked by Wrench, that's essentially what I said. Hey, Jebberino and the Pepperoni, good to see ya, mein Freund. Let's see. Some
you all
mild
think
slowdown.
of Shadow Complex?
I've heard of that game, but never played it. I've heard
never even
mixed
heard of
things. Apparently, the people who made Gears of War made it. I think that's what it is. That's what happened with it. But
some kind of Metroid-y game.
yeah, it's sort of like... Yeah, it's like a 2.5D game where you explore this military base, I think, and you get power-ups like in Metroid and Castlevania. But there are a lot of differences too. I've heard mixed things about it overall.
Exo, what is your opinion on the regular show? It's my favorite show.
I've seen a few episodes of it, not enough to really get into it, not fully understand its appeal, you know? I guess it's alright from what I've seen.
Say dicks out for Hombre.
Hombre?
Dicks out for Harambe! I just recently learned what that meme was, because I live under a rock.
I still don't know what it means.
Like, you remember how that one ape got killed because that little kid fell into the gorilla den? And then they shot the gorilla instead of tranking it for some reason? The gorilla's name was Harambe. And then after the gorilla died, they made a bunch of, people like Filthy Frank made a bunch of, ironic videos talking about how sad they were that he died. And then it blew up into a meme. And somehow Dicks Out for Harambe became a thing. That's how Eric explained it.
I still don't really know what that means. Like, I don't know what that accomplishes.
Me neither.
What do you think about the new Zelda game, and where do you think it takes place on the timeline?
My life liked what I've seen so far. I was gonna do a video about that, but... yeah, I got lost to the ether.
I'm excited for it.
I think it takes place in the future. And it doesn't really look like they're doing a past thing again. Well, it looks like he's been, like, asleep or something, right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
To me, it kind of looks like as if there'd be, like, multiple links in cryostasis or something.
I'm
really excited.
So, sort of like an Oblivion sort of situation. You guys have seen that movie, right?
Yeah, with, the guy who does Mission Impossible. Yeah,
Tom
that
Cruise.
guy.
Hi,
I saw
Tom
that.
Cruise.
It was like, it was really crazy near the end, and I don't even remember. Like, I just remember crazy shit happening in that movie.
Yeah. But one of the sort of twists, spoiler alert for Oblivion, is that there are multiple Tom Cruises.
Yeah, I remember that.
And
Sounds like heaven.
That'd be an interesting twist for Breath of the Wild.
That'd be really weird if you like opened a cave and you opened a pod and there was Link in there.
I could see it happening, honestly, but, you know.
Oh, my dog. My dog. You need to shut up, doggy.
Doggy! Why you not shut up? If you not shut up, I make you shut up.
Whenever people come home, my dog doesn't shut up.
My dog's the same.
Yeah.
It's okay.
My cat hides and does nothing.
I don't have a cat anymore.
I'm allergic to cats.
I'm allergic to cats and dogs and grass and rabbits.
You know, I am too, but Lily is hypoallergenic.
Well, I need one of those, then I wouldn't be allergic.
Yeah, but Balinese cats are a little on the pricey side. They're adorable, though.
Hyperallergenic animals they tend to be more pricey than just regular.
I gel more with dogs anyway, so fuck it.
Check. I don't want to miss anything and have to come back for it.
I saw a
think there's
comment
anything in
somewhere saying, why do you
Yeah, there's-
prefer this over Super Metroid?
It's just faster paced, and like there are a bunch of really small improvements. Like I prefer having the missile arming be on the R button instead of having to toggle through all 50 power-ups.
I think that's my least favorite thing about Super Metroid. Is
You know,
having
the
to
big
toggle
problem
those
with
buttons.
Super, I'm realizing, especially since I've played, like, Super was the first one I played. I played through it several times before I even touched the GBA games. And then, now I'm more used to the GBA games, so coming back to Super Metroid and seeing how awfully mapped the controls are, like, why did there need to be a run button?
Yeah.
Why couldn't it just be automatic? Like, there's a IPS patch for Super Metroid called Control Freak, which makes Super Metroid control like the GBA games. And in my opinion, it makes the game so much more fun to play because, you know,
Does it
you're
fix
not,
wall
don't have-
jumping?
No, it
Wall
doesn't do
jumping's
that.
not that hard.
Wall jumping is poop. I don't like it.
The problem with wall jumping is that it just controls differently in every game it's in. So, like, if you get used to the way it is in, like, if you get used to the way it is in Super, then you're not going to like how it controls in Zero Mission. And if you get used to the way it controls in Zero Mission, you're not going to like how it controls in Super. But I've played...
I just don't like how it controls the Super at all. And I played that before any of the other GBA titles.
But I guess, to put it in a nutshell, the control is the big thing for me. This game controls better than any other 2D Metroid game.
I think it
Fusion
just
comes
gets
close.
horrible. I think it just gets horrible once you get like all of the things to toggle through.
Yeah, that's
Because-
where it gets bad, because it's just like,
And
you
it's like,
can't-
oh, I'm on my X-ray visor instead of my like missiles. I hate it.
Yeah. And then there's the map, which is, it's great that they added a map, but the problem with the map in that game, I think I'm gonna actually go get this right now. First Shine Spark puzzle of the game. Shit. I fucked up. Now I gotta go do it again. And this takes a little concentration, folks.
Speaking of the patch, you've mentioned making Super play like the GBA games. Where did you find that? Oh,
I found it on romhack.net. Or maybe it's called romhack. What the hell is going on? Oh, that's right! I don't have the jump ball yet. I knew there was something I had to get in Norfair first.
Exo, can you say Annie, are you okay? Please?
Annie, are you okay, please?
Annie, are you
Okay,
okay?
we're okay, Annie.
Okay,
Annie, are
Annie.
you okay? We're okay. Okay, Annie. Yes, I do have a 3DS, but I do not have a capture device for it. There you go, Antonio Cunningham. Antonio. Gotta pronounce it right. 'Cause it's a...
You answered my follow-up question to that one. The bosses in this game are way too easy, and that's the only big problem. Hey, I mean,
Have you
maybe.
played the game on hard mode? There is a hard mode. Play the game on hard mode, then it won't be too easy.
No, there's a hard mode in the Lost Age.
Really?
Yeah, you have to beat the game. You have to beat the game once, and you can choose to, like, do New Game Plus with all your save data from your cleared save data. So you can start the game at, like, level 40, or you can do a hard mode, which makes everything harder, except for the dual Han.
Oh, the Dullahan?
Dual Han, tomato.
Hmm.
He sucks!
Yeah, but you beat him in 5 minutes, Ryan.
Yeah, and that took me almost 24 hours to do.
Yeah.
I legit spent the entire day that day trying to figure out how to beat him, and I beat him in less than 5 minutes. Ugh.
Yeah.
No,
I mean,
it's not.
like, Horian B, if you prefer the way Super controls, no harm, no foul, it's all... You know, what controls better is kind of subjective, but... As for me, the GBA games just control the way I prefer to play these games.
When I play on my gamepad, it's really awkward because I have to like go over to the select button. It's like, I don't know.
Usually the way I set up the controls for Super is I put the run button on the Y button because that's where it belongs, because that's where it is in every other Super Nintendo game, you know. And then I put jump button on B. Then I put, let's see, what else do I do? I put the select button for, for the weapons on the A button, so I don't have to reach all the way over to select. And then that helps a lot.
I might do that if I play it again.
We got some. I guess we have like a Final Fantasy. Oh, have you? Excuse me. Final Fantasy 7 or Final Fantasy 6?
I have not finished either.
I haven't finished either.
I finished 2 Final Fantasy games: Final Fantasy 13 and Final Fantasy 5. Final Fantasy 5 is like the only one I've played that's just like, wow, I'm really interested in where this is going. I actually want to beat this game. All the other games are just, the battle system is so vanilla to me. That's my opinion anyway. I know a lot of people really like Final Fantasy 6. I guess if I had to choose one of those two, I'd go with 6, because it seems a little more interesting to me than 7.
I like 7.
I couldn't even finish the first disc, because I just got really bored once you left Midgar.
Because that's where I think the game gets good.
To me, Midgar was where it was like really interesting and, actually really taking a lot of risks for its time. But then you leave Midgar and it's just the same old Final Fantasy.
I mean, you're not lighting up the elemental crystal things, or, there's nothing to do with crystals.
I just mean, like, in terms of you go through a world map, random encounters in the world map, you go to dungeons and fight bosses, and it's the iconography felt a little more familiar, whereas before it was kind of like a sci-fi twist, and it was like a commentary on, like the Shinra company getting too powerful, and...
It still is, though, because like Shinra still does play a large part in the story, even when you leave Midgar.
Yeah, I know that Rufus guy sort of becomes a secondary antagonist after you leave Midgar, but, I think I got to some kind of cave after Cosmo Canyon, and then I just never played the game again, because it's just like, it really wasn't doing anything for me.
Yeah, that's understandable. It's one of those games it's definitely not for
the thing about that, Horion B is that, because, like, believe me, until recently, Super was my favorite one. But then I played through this again recently, I'm just like, yeah, this one's definitely my favorite now. So it's something that took a while to click for me. I don't know, it's just... I mean, like, you say that having a run button makes for more unique design, but the noob bridge is the only part of the game I remember. I mean, like, really, whenever I play those games, I hold down the run button that game. I hold down the run button the entire time, because there's no reason not to. Nope. I don't know.
Am I literally the only person who does not like Final Fantasy? I'm sure you're not. I'm sure
I used to think there was no game in the series for me, then I played 5, and I loved it. So, there's one for you.
What do I think, or what do you think of Final Fantasy 4? I like it.
The problem is that I played the DS version, because that game has a lot of that version has a lot of grinding in it. Everything else seems better, except for maybe the music isn't quite as good. But the difficulty balancing is so fucked in that version.
It's like the Final Fantasy 3 for the DS. It's the same way, where there's a lot of grinding and the difficulty balancing is like ridiculous.
No, I think can someone in the comments tell me if the DS version of 3 has more or less grinding than the NES version, because I heard that the NES version was just, like, horrendous.
Get into the Final Fantasy 6 story, and the characters were too boring for me. You only played Final Fantasy 7, 10, and Crystal Chronicles. Have you heard of Donkey Kong Country 4: The Kong's Return?
Is it out?
I have no idea.
Well, I'm asking the guy in the comments, but...
I mean, that sounds like Donkey Kong Country Returns, but...
I mean, well, no, like, I know what he's talking about. It's a fan game where they take assets from the first 3 games and make new levels. I think you can play as Donkey, Diddy, and Dixie in that game.
Oh, okay.
Which is kind of cool. Which is sort of like Tropical Freeze, I guess, except there's no Cranky. But, I don't know, Cranky was my least favorite character to play in that game anyways, because he can't fly. And the bouncy cane is only useful in very select sections. So it's like, I'm glad he did eventually become playable, because like there's kind of a gag in the GBA version of Donkey Kong Country 3. It was just like, You go to Cranky's dojo and he's just like, I'm training for my new game, Cranky Kong Country. It's gonna come out soon. Of course, it never did come out. So then you play Tropical Freeze and it's just like, oh yeah, Cranky finally got to be playable in one of these games after all.
Wasn't there a joke like that in the one of the Super Nintendo games?
Not that I can remember, because like in those games, Cranky was always just like, I wouldn't be caught dead in a game like this that has, you know, scrolling levels and end bosses. And then, so it's like always a joke that he's just like, this game will go nowhere, and you'll be lucky to sell 10 copies. And then the GBA version of 3, he's just like, all right, I kind of want in on this. So I thought it was funny.
I saw a question.
Sequence break. We got the super missiles early, and that allows us to go to a ton of places before you really were intended. Only thing is, you have to master that Shine Spark puzzle, which took me a while, mind you. Let's see. And we're gonna go grab this guy. Usually it takes me a few tries to do that Shine Spark puzzle, so practice makes perfect, everyone.
Anyone here played Golden Sun? Antonio, my man! Hello. How are you? I hope you're having a good day. Because Golden Sun is the best RPG ever made! Me, anyways.
I think Final Fantasy V is better, but that's just me.
How dare you! I'm offended.
Like you said in your review, Golden Sun is very accessible. I think even if you don't like RPGs, you can. It's probably going to be a little easier to get into that one than something a little more advanced. So.
No, I hear you. I mean, I know why people like.
For it.
I know why people like other games more than Golden Sun, because, you know, I after I played the Lost Age, I'm like, you know, there are some typical RPG stuff that's missing in Golden Sun, that's in the Lost Age. But I still think it's the accessibility and the replay value, like how it's so short and easy to pick up, which makes me come back to it time and time and time and time again.
Besides the chattiness.
Besides the chattiness, but like once we know the story, you know, you can just skip through it.
You mean just to mash the button? Because you can't like press start to just skip them.
No, you just. I think if you hold the B button, it'll just skip through it.
Oh yeah, but it still plays all the dialogue.
Yeah.
Dragon Quest VIII is the best one. I've never played a Dragon Quest, so for all I know it is.
I played one for the PS2, the one that everybody loves. I don't know what it's called.
8.
Yeah, that one. But I didn't really get very far, because I was little and I didn't understand how to play an RPG correctly, instead of, like, outside of Pokemon.
Oh, you fucking seahorse. You ruined everything.
Hey man, don't call Dan that because you didn't like your favorite RPG ever made, okay? Jeez. It's okay, Dan.
I am a seahorse, though.
That means since you're a guy that you give birth.
You know, Twip just said that Sonic Rush Adventure is better than Golden Sun.
Yeah, he's been joking about that on Twitter, because he's obviously kidding, right?
Oh no, he likes Sonic Rush Adventure.
Well, I mean, like, but better than Golden Sun?
Probably. I mean,
now I thought everybody hated really Sonic Rush Adventure because it has Marine the Raccoon in it.
Is she really that bad, though?
I just remember Clement really hates Marine.
Oh, now we got some people saying their favorite RPGs. We got Chrono Trigger, Xenoblade Chronicles.
Oh, fuck, I was holding right.
Oh,
Come
my
on,
favorite
game.
RPG is...
It's Golden Sun, duh.
Definitely.
No, Ryan, that's yours.
No, it's everyone's.
I don't know, man. I'd actually have to look up RPGs, because that's a really wide genre.
Dark Souls is technically an RPG.
And yeah, I guess so.
It's more like a Western-style RPG, even though it's Japanese.
It has stats, so I guess like it'd be an action RPG, maybe. I don't know though. That one's iffy.
Why is there a golden sun? Why isn't there a silver moon?
Well, wasn't there a moon in the Soul Sanctum?
Moon.
Hey, what?
Oh, you're talking about the stuff in the Soul Sanctum. Yeah, but that was just called Luna. It wasn't anything special.
Marine is better than Isaac. Ooh.
No.
Well, no, I haven't played it.
You wash your mouth out with soap, young man.
Skies of Arcadia, anyone? Says Metal Sonic Dash. Yeah, man, up top.
I never played it.
It's good.
It's just
good.
another reason why Ryan loves the GameCube.
Or
and
the Dreamcast.
Yeah.
It's expensive as fuck on the GameCube, though.
Was it cheaper on the Dreamcast?
I've seen it on some stores for like $30 on the Dreamcast.
Huh.
So I'm
For some
guessing.
reason I thought that was a really expensive exclusive. Well, I mean, it's not exclusive anymore, but it used to be.
I just know that I looked on eBay once and I saw the GameCube version was like $130 or something, and I basically said no.
I got it for like 50. I'm like, okay, I'll take it. Shit.
You know, I got F-Zero GX for like $20.
Yeah, I did too. Still need to play it though.
All right, this part I'm gonna get the screw attack early, but do this section first. It's close to where the screw attack is. But if you have the screw attack, then it will make a certain part of it much harder than it needs to be, so...
Take your damn clothes off!
Take your damn clothes off!
Is that from something?
It's from Plumbers Don't Wear Ties.
I've never...
Perhaps something could be worked out after all, Jane. Take your clothes off. I'm sorry? Take your damn clothes off! And of course, there are a bunch of crazy filters on it. Alright,
we got some more people saying their favorite RPGs. Pokemon Crystal, Undertale.
So you gotta be careful with this little bug you have to use them as a platform to get across the room. But if you have the screw attack, then you'll kill him if you spin jump into him. Which makes it a lot harder, and because you can't turn off the screw attack in this version, or in Zero Mission, even though you could do that in Super, you know, it's just do this before you get the screw attack early, if you're gonna do that. Alright. In the original, it's in a different spot. Let's see, now we're gonna use the Shine Spark to skip through all this crap. This game has so many speedrunning tricks in it. Oh, fuck.
Ryan, what's your favorite moment from Sonic Adventure 1?
Big the Cat.
Behold my flying masterpiece, the Egg Carrier! But it pales in comparison to the powers of chaos. Adieu until we meet again, my friends. Does that answer your question?
Right,
yeah, we got more people saying take your damn clothes off. That's great.
Is that like... Does that become like a big meme recently? Because like every time I stream, people say that. Is it Shadow MSX Graphics who's saying that? Oh, fuck.
You got like really quiet.
Shit.
I love Kingdom Kidneys.
Kingdom Kidneys.
Kingdom Kidneys.
Alright, that's how you get up to the screw attack before you're ever meant to. In the original game, you could get it this early, though. Let's see. Oh, fuck. Alright.
Behind Omega Ruby, I like Chrono Trigger, Undertale, Kingdom Hearts 2, and Mass Effect 2. I like Omega Ruby. I like the original.
I like Omega Ruby.
I like how Eggman always laughs after Chaos loses. It's said in the chat. Terranigma for the SNES is awesome. How long does it take to beat Skies of Arcadia Legends? Ryan?
I haven't beaten it yet. I'm still working on it. It's a big game!
You lose your GameCube person card.
Well, I played
and now that we have the screw attack, we can actually get to a bunch of areas early because it breaks blocks. Alright, let's see.
Have I played Earthbound or Mother 3? I played both. I like Mother 3 more. Though I still think Earthbound is pretty okay for what it is. But I like Mother 3's story more, and I like the combat mechanics more.
For me, it's easier to pick what kind of kills, or not kills, but like really sort of dissuades me from wanting to play the game is the presentation.
For Mother 3?
For both of them, really. The graphics look very subpar for the systems they're on.
I think Mother 3 looks pretty good.
Yeah,
I mean,
I do too.
yeah, the environments are really nice.
Let me put it this way. Earthbound came out the same year as Donkey Kong Country and Sonic 3 Knuckles and Yoshi's Island came out around that same time. Then you look at Earthbound and it looks so bland. It looks like something that should be on NES. Except the color depth's a little better, I guess.
I think it looks like a SNES game. I don't know.
Yeah, I do too.
I'm not really a big fan of the orthogonal graphical style they went for. Where everything is supposed to be in perspective, but it's all like skewed to the side.
I think it looks fine.
Yeah, I never had a problem with it. I don't know.
I mean, nobody else I've talked to seems to think that, so it's like...
Although I could never finish Earthbound, so maybe I just have other issues with that game.
In some ways, Shenmue is like an RPG.
Now,
Skies
I've
of
heard-
Arcadia is a grind, and then you have to grind for like 65 to 80 hours. I hear that the Dreamcast version is very grind heavy. Not so much the GameCube version.
Yeah, if your game makes me grind for too long, then I'm not gonna finish it, because that's just bullshit design.
I haven't gone to a point where I
it's
had to
really
grind,
hard to balance difficulty for RPGs, because, you know, there's not as much skill involved as there is strategy, but a lot of battle systems don't really have much strategy, ironically, at least from my perspective. So the only way to make the game harder and make it take longer to beat is to force you to grind, but that drags out the pacing and basically kills the game for me.
We got someone defending the art style for Earthbound, saying how it's a stylistic choice, which is what I've heard.
You know, there's a difference between a stylistic choice and we could make this look better with the hardware we have and we just didn't bother. That's what Earthbound comes off as to me.
I don't know, and I might get in trouble for saying this, but I think Earthbound is a lot more visually entertaining nowadays when compared to like Donkey Kong Country, like the first one. I'd rather look at that than Donkey Kong Country.
All art is subjective, after all. Take my opinion on Earthbound's graphics with a grain of salt, because I'm not the only person who's allowed to have an opinion on it, after all.
But don't take mine with a grain of salt, because mine are clearly fact.
Hey,
Take
when did
mine
Twip
with
get
pepper.
here?
What's your biggest killjoy, Exo?
Killjoy, something that ruins the flow, throws off my groove, as Cusco would say. Probably, like in gaming or just in general?
He just says, Exo, what's your biggest killjoy?
I don't know, like, in gaming it's grinding. So, I don't know about anything else though, about what I'd say like in general.
I would say mine is when you come across a boss that you know you can beat, but you just can't for one reason or another. It's like you don't need to grind because you've been fighting this guy for 2 hours and you had him like on the brink of destruction, but something happens, like he pulls some kind of cheap bullshit insta-kill move and then kills everybody. That's a big killjoy for me. That makes
you know what? I had that problem with Minardi in Golden Sun.
Minardi?
Yeah, she had like some kind of instant kill move.
Oh, you're talking about the
There's like
scythe.
Death Scythe or something like that.
Yeah, that has like, if I remember, it's like a 50-50 chance.
And you know
like,
what?
you can
I praise Final Fantasy V, but it kind of has the same problems where like some enemies just have instant, like there's this ancient library, or Library of the Ancients dungeon, and inside of it there are these book monsters that change forms, and in one of the forms, it looks like a little demon baby head, will instant kill you sometimes if your health is a multiple of 5. And if you have, and if you've been keeping up the healing on your party, then odds are it's almost always going to be a multiple of 5. So then you have to fucking keep resetting. You keep getting killed and having to like replay parts of the dungeon. So after a while, I just skipped past the babies because like they just seemed to get in the way. So there you go.
I'd say if your game makes me feel forced to look up a guide, that's my killjoy. Yeah, that's Black Hooded Gamer said that.
Jebberino.
Do you have a killjoy, Dan?
Do I?
Dark Souls 2.
Sonic
Yeah.
Advance 2.
Probably grinding, yeah. I can't think of anything worse than that.
Honestly, like, Oh, hey, Haydox is in the chat.
Do you know if he can come onto the actual Skype?
I
He
guess
was busy
we'll find out.
working. He's hard at work on a video right now, everyone. So
And I'm taking a break from one.
are you editing the Lost Stage right now?
Not at this very moment, but I've been doing that pretty much all day. I had a day off from work, so
Mm-hmm.
coming along pretty okay so far. And it's funny because like the first thing I say in the video is that this video shouldn't be as long as the previous one, but it's going to end up being a 20-minute long video anyways.
Mm-hmm.
Whoops. Oh well.
That happens. Like I wouldn't have expected to have spent 32 minutes on Klonoa Heroes, but I wanted to be very thorough because no one else had reviewed the game.
You were the first of its kind.
I'm sure I'm not actually the first, but I'm sure I'm like the first YouTuber with a decent number of subscribers to cover it in any detail. So it's just like I wanted to say everything about it.
And hey, it got me partially interested in it. So, what do you think of Nobuo Uematsu? If I'm pronouncing
He's
that name
great.
correctly?
I love Final Fantasy V soundtrack.
He's definitely up there for me. Not as good as Matoi.
Toy Sakuraba.
My boy Matoi.
I loved it. My boy Matoi. I wonder how you actually pronounce it.
I'm pretty sure it's Matoi Sakuraba.
Because it's like you think that, like the clam from Starfy, his name is Mo in English, but in Japanese his name is Kairosuke. But the way it's spelt, you'd think it'd be pronounced Kairosuke. So it's like you never know with Japanese names sometimes.
Never know.
Yep. Alright, you guys.
Can we
ready
get
for
a
some
top 10 EPG memes?
memes that I like or memes about me?
Probably memes about you.
Oh, I don't know all the memes about me.
There's the
shit.
Mario 64 ROR. There's the
Oh.
one. There's the one where you randomly go, oh!
Ah!
Yeah, that.
Is that really a meme
There's-
though? Because I don't think enough people know about it. It's gotta be. I suppose Well, the only way you'd know about it is if you watch the streams or Game Mavericks, which not nearly as many people do.
I do. We got some Jun Senoi, whatever. He's the best. I
Fuck.
like him a lot too. He's my second favorite. Sing a Weird Al song, EXO.
I don't know any of them well enough. Like, why do people always ask me to sing?
Because
I
you
don't
have
know
a
these
voice of an angel.
songs.
I mean, I guess I have an okay Weird Al singing impression, maybe.
This guy's Mercadia and Panther Dragoon. Saga
heard good-
maybe have a lot of shitload of grinding, but the battling system mechanics are interesting. Okay. Before Yasunori Mitsuda and Yoko Shimamura, the person who does the music for Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is Yoko a male or a female?
She's a woman.
She's a woman. Okay. Just wanted to make
Yeah.
sure I properly addressed her. She's great. She's
Exo,
really
do you
good.
want a Scooby snack? Well, oh yeah, that's right. In the Star Road play, one of the Star Road sessions, Eric asked me if I'd do something for a Scooby snack.
Would you remake or re-break a Scooby snack?
Like, what? Compare it to what?
A Scooby snack to a Scooby snack. Duh.
But they're not video games. And there
Ryan,
aren't
what
new-
about
new-
him saying cock in Super Mario 64 Star Road? I don't think he said cock. I think he said something else.
No, I definitely said cock at one point.
You said cock. It sounded like the O was a U.
Cock. No, I definitely said cock.
Okay. I thought you said
Alright.
something else. It's okay. Do a roasting wrecked by wrench and act like Leafy. It would be hilarious.
Fuck.
I don't even know what any of that means. I'm sorry. And don't you just hate it when the floor just fucking dissolves? I don't know. I think it's pretty okay. It's fun to watch.
What do you mean in Metroid?
I guess that's what he's referencing.
Yeah, I'm not super big. Fuck, I always forget where the thing is, and I have to do this.
Would you do a Mario 64 ROR for a Scooby snack? Or a
I will
Klondike
do it if you
bar?
get me $300 for the capture device I need.
But would you do it for a Klondike bar?
Klondike bars are pretty good.
I like them. I like
Hey,
the peanut butter one.
Klondike! There's a part in the Cat in the Hat live-action film where Mike Myers' Cat in the Hat calls the boy character Klondike. And it's funny. Get it, guys? It's funny because Mike Myers said Klondike instead of Conrad.
I don't get it.
I don't get it.
Favorite game that no one else likes.
Final Fantasy 13.
Like a favorite game that I like that nobody else I guess Star Fox SNES, maybe?
Now, people like that game. Just not as much as 6.
Yeah, I think it's a lot better than 64 is the thing. And so it bugs me that nobody else seems to be willing to play it. Just because it's old. And it's weird because that's a game I really shouldn't like because it has a lot of stuff that I hate in other games. I don't know, like Limited Continues.
We all have stuff like that, so like we all have a game that we should hate, but for some reason or another we like it.
Do a roar on Sonic Shoes in the original Sonic vs. Sonic Mania and see how well they hold up.
Can anyone kickstart a Mario 64 ROR?
Yeah, buy me a 3DS capture card on the internet.
We'll start a Kickstarter for you.
I'll start a Patreon.
What would you do, Exo, for a Klondike bar?
I do a Super Mario 64 roar.
Okay, so if I send you a Klondike bar in the mail right now,
Buy the pizza is aggressive. Well, by the time it gets here, it'd be melted, and then it wouldn't be good anymore.
if I walk it to you in a cooler that's super cold, will you review Mario 64?
Yeah, just not right away.
Oh, well then never mind then.
That's the ye old trick, as they'd say.
Well, then I'm not giving you the Klondike bar immediately, so
Well, then I'm not reviewing Super Mario 64, so there.
So then I'm not giving you a Klondike bar, so there.
It seems we have reached an impasse, Ryan of the Ryan Sucks at Video Games.
Yes, it appears we have quite the Mexican standoff, Michael Zander from ExoParadigmGamer and the game Mavericks and Unversed cast.
Orange says ROR, DS capture card versus 3DS capture card.
See, now that's becoming a new EPG-inspired meme.
Honestly, like I said, like I would just get the DS capture card. Like if you really want to do it.
You know, you're gonna make the Mario 64 ROR and then nobody will watch it.
No, they will. My Mario ones have done pretty well. So it's like, I have a feeling that if I did that one, I mean, like, it's not gonna blow up overnight, but it'll do well in the long run.
You're going to make the video, and I'm going to be the first one to watch it. I'm just going to immediately dislike it before even watching the entire thing.
Hey, you're that troll that won't leave me the fuck alone.
Oh no, I'm not. I would just do it for that
I was watching your Sonic Heroes video, and it has a lot of dislikes for some reason.
That's a dislike bot.
Oh.
Like, those 200
'Cause I was watching
of those
it.
likes, just dislikes appeared overnight, out of nowhere.
Because I was watching it, and I'm like, well, he doesn't say anything super controversial, so I don't know.
He says it's good. That's controversial enough.
It said it's good under certain conditions.
Yeah, that's more than enough for controversy.
Like, I think it's either a dislike bot or, you know, something went wrong with YouTube.
I saw something saying Mario Galaxy 1 versus Mario Galaxy 2.
I mean, like, as a roar? Because that wouldn't make sense.
Well, I guess maybe it's like a video, or what do you like more, or maybe it's just someone trying to get a
both
conversation.
games are great, but in my opinion, Galaxy 2 is better. So
I can't really say for Galaxy 2, but I really do like Galaxy 1.
Yeah. I think that if you prefer your Mario more linear and more traditional, Ryan, then you'll like Galaxy 2 more.
Yeah, from what I played, I liked it. It's a beautiful game.
Mm-hmm.
Considering it's for the Wii.
Yeah.
Music's pretty great, too.
But the progressive scan on the Wii isn't as great as I'd like it to be. Because then I think it's just the cable, really. Because you go to play it on like the Wii U, where it upscales it really nice, and you see how much better. Because like if you look at the footage for like the Game Mavericks Super Mario Galaxy playthrough, you can see it looks a little blurry, but we recorded it with component cables and whatnot, so it's like I think it's just that you can't get a good quality signal out of the Wii.
Hey Exo, what's your opinion on Suicide Squad?
Haven't watched it, have no interest in it.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I like it enough. I like Guardians more, though.
See, I like Suicide Squad more. And I know that's like blasphemous to say,
Fight me, Ryan. Fight
Okay, let's go. 1v1 me, melee, Fox only, final destination, no items.
Guardians developed the characters better, honestly.
Really, because I like the characters in Suicide Squad
Well, I like them too, but some of them barely got touched at all. Like, some of them barely got any screen time. I could tell they cut a lot out of that movie.
They did.
Have you guys seen like the Half in the Bag episode on it?
No.
Yeah, it sounds like they just really, like, the movie was going to be one thing, and it's sort of like the Fantastic Four 2014, whenever that movie came out, how, like, the director had this certain vision, and then the studio's just like, oh shit, we gotta make it more like something that's successful right now, so they cut a bunch of stuff out of it. And then that
I think if they just stuck with their original vision, it could have been good. Just I think they fucked around with it too much, and then Warner Brothers was probably like, gotta keep it at a certain length so we can show more movies in a day. And I'm like, don't do that, please. Just like fit the entire movie in there,
Yeah.
I just like Suicide Squad more because I like the characters more. I like the villains more. Like, I don't know anything about whoever the villain was in Guardians, but I know the Enchantress. I think she was really, really cool.
I didn't know anything about either of them, so that's probably why I didn't care either way.
And you want to know something? At least Suicide Squad had the balls to kill somebody and not do the stupid fake-out death that Marvel always does. Like, there was 2 fake-out deaths in Suicide Squad. Yeah, there was Groot and the green chick. Like, she, quote-unquote, died at one point, but then, died, she came back to life.
That's not really what happened.
Suicide Squad does that too at the end.
Not really.
No, they do.
The guy who died at the end of Suicide Squad, he's dead.
No, I don't mean him.
Oh.
I mean
Spoiler alert
girl.
for Suicide Squad, the best DC film of all time.
Because they do it, and it's probably even more painful than anything they do in Guardians. But at the end, they're like, "Oh, the girl's dead," and I'm like, "She's not dead." And then like he's walking away for a solid 20 seconds, and I'm like, "She's not dead." And then it's like, "Oh, maybe she's dead." She's not dead.
Yeah.
Well, doesn't Superman die at the end of Batman v Supes?
He dies, quote unquote.
They used that too early. They needed to say.
Yeah, they really did. Like, it's only the second fucking movie, and we know he's gonna come back for Justice League, so it's just like, why pretend?
Yeah, I mean, who dies at their second movie besides Gwen Stacy?
Yeah, but even then, that was sort of more faithful to the comics,
Yeah.
But she doesn't survive.
I actually felt attached to Gwen Stacy, like she actually felt like more of a character.
There's some people who really hate the Amazing Spider-Man, and I just don't get it.
I liked it. I thought they were good movies. I don't know why. I don't know.
I think the first
I guess
one
the
is
second
like one
one.
of my favorite Spider-Man movies.
The second one had a lot of villains, but I liked them. Well, most of them. Like, I liked Electro. I know a lot of people didn't. I don't know why, but
I liked Electro.
I do agree that the Green Goblin guy was a bit. Could have done without him, but it didn't ruin the movie for me.
He was really only there to kill off Gwen Stacy, but I still think the movie.
Like, I think they should have just made the movie about Electro, because you could tell they were trying to rush in their own universe.
Yeah. And they were trying to make like.
I liked Electro. I liked that he was like sort of a fanboy at first, and then he like there's an accident. It was cool.
It's just a shame that we're not going to get like the universe that they planned.
I mean that death scene though hit really hard for me.
Yeah, it was one of the best moments in any Spider-Man film.
Like, I actually knew it was coming because it got spoiled for me, and it still hit pretty hard.
What happened to Gwen?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's like in the comics, like, she gets killed off. Like, you know the part in the original Spider-Man, the Sam Raimi one?
Where she's on the bridge?
Where, like, gosh, I don't... Like, there's a part where the Green Goblin first shows up, and they're like these parade floats. That, you know that scene?
Yeah.
I think that's originally where Gwen Stacy dies in the comics.
No.
Yeah, I didn't even know that Gwen Stacy died in the comics before I watched that movie.
No, she was thrown off a bridge, and then Spider-Man caught her with her web, but it snapped her neck. So, because it was supposed to be that Mary... at the end of the first Spider-Man movie, Mary Jane was supposed to die because the Green Goblin threw her off a bridge, and Spider-Man was going to catch her and supposed to replicate that scene, but they chose not to. Which sucks because Mary Jane is not interesting in any movie she's been in. She sucks.
I think there's like a Spider-Man cartoon that I used to watch in like Disney XD or Jetix or something like that. And like there was one episode where she was like a scientist. And she knew about fireworks.
There's only two cartoons that I know of. Besides the 90s cartoon, there's Spectacular Spider-Man, which is really good, and Ultimate Spider-Man, which isn't.
The one I saw was from the 90s, I think.
I remember that one. Everyone likes that one. I think it's pretty good too.
I've heard people hate that one.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that the one that spawned a lot of memes?
No, that's
the
60s Spider-Man.
60s Spider-Man is beautiful.
Yeah, I don't really know anything about Spider-Man cartoons, except I just saw the memes around the internet.
Yeah, that's the 60s cartoon.
What's going on in the chat, gentlemens?
I've been glancing at it.
You have sex with crap erect. I literally just read that out loud. I don't know what that's in response to. Something's going on in the chat. This is what happens when we leave it unattended. Just chaos ensues.
There was someone who asked who's sexier, me or Exo. I think people said
Ryan.
Exo.
There's a series about Spider-Man on Disney XD called The Ultimate Spider-Man. Well, there you go, Ryan.
I don't like that one.
I'm going to tell LGBT SJWs to spam you all. From Rags.
Yay! They'll give us all the sweet ad revenue flicks.
Play a Samurai Jack game for GBA or GameCube.
Huh.
I didn't know they had Samurai Jack games.
Me neither.
Sorry, fake Rags, but that's no good. That's out of context, but I don't know. Oh my, you're already here? At the freaking... This is like where you fight Mother Brain, ain't it?
Yeah.
Hey, his name is Shark.
But spoiler alert, Mother Brain isn't the final boss in this version.
Yeah, isn't it like the Mecha Ridley, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So spoiler alert.
Did you do the Zero Suit part yet?
No, that's coming up next.
I remember I didn't know what I was doing then, and I struggled at first because I don't know why I struggled. There was something about it. I can't remember exactly how that thing works. Oh, it's because I kept getting spotted, and I was like, and then I had to figure out. Oh, no.
Well, yeah, a lot of those spottings just you can't avoid them. There's some that you can avoid, but I can never get it to work, I guess.
What do you think about Mega Man?
He's great. I prefer Classic over... The games in the X series that are really good are better than the Classic series, but overall I think the Classic series is more consistent than X in terms of quality.
Ryan is Justin Bieber. He dyed his hair and changed his voice.
Oh, that's right. This is the...
Yeah, I played Mega Man 2, 3, 7, X, 1, 2, and 3, and that's it. But I liked X more from what I played.
I played
Like I
X
said, when
more.
X is at his best, he's better. But the worst Mega Man X games sort of drag down the quality standard of the entire series.
Aren't those like
X7.
5 and 6 or something? Or
5, 6, and 7, and honestly 3.
I've heard people don't like 3. Yeah.
Yeah, doesn't Jay like 3?
Yeah, Jay does like 3, but he's Jay. Sorry, Jay, if you're in the,
Hot
in the
shot.
chat.
Yeah, he's in the chat.
Oh, he is?
busted.
Well, shit.
Yeah.
Well, the thing about Jay is that he's played X3 an obscene amount of times, so he knows all the tricks.
Yeah, he played like over 100 hours in it or something.
Yeah.
You know, I never finished X3, so maybe I remember it not being too engaging. I don't
Never
know
played
why.
it.
I loved 1 and 2. X1 and 2, that is.
I only ever played the first X. It didn't leave an impression on me. Not sure what it was. I honestly don't like the music. I think the music sounds weird.
I like the
In
music.
X3?
And just in X.
I can kind of
like-
see it.
Something sounds weird with like
It might be
Super Nintendo
the-
electric guitars.
Yeah. I like it, though.
What's your opinion on Mega Man and bass?
I haven't played enough of it.
I've heard people hate it because of the draw
Yeah,
distance.
because
or
it's
something.
got pretty poor difficulty
Not the
balancing,
draw
but
distance, that's not the
again,
word for it,
I
but-
know that
Ring crunch.
Jay likes that game.
I mean, I hear some people say it's good. I mean, it must be one of those games that people either love it or hate it.
Yeah.
Hey man, I got enough of bass in 7. I don't care.
He's all about that bass.
I want to play 7 again.
That's the one for the Super Nintendo, right?
Yeah.
With like the really big sprites.
Yeah. They
I
never
kind of want to
bothered
play
me.
that. Look good.
I've always heard people complain that his sprite is too big or something.
It is pretty big, honestly.
It's never bothered me.
Like
No,
as someone
it's,
who's
it's
never
about
touched
as big
the
as
game,
it is in the X games, and nobody complains about it there.
Well, maybe it's because I never played the X games that much, but the character model, the character sprite for for Mega Man and Mega Man 7 does look pretty big. Doesn't look
Oh.
like a bad thing, just an observation, you know?
7 and
Yeah.
2 are.
But that's
some
the
of my
thing, is
favorites.
like, I think that's a much bigger problem in the classic Sonic games, but nobody ever talks about it, except for, you know, like me and a couple other people our age.
About his sprite being too big?
Yeah, about Sonic's sprite being a little big for this. It's really not even the sprite size, it's a combination of the sprite size and the fact that they don't pan the camera off to the side.
I think people don't realize that because it's so fast paced, it matters more. Than like, because
Yes,
in
that's
Mega Man,
exactly
it doesn't matter too much in Mega Man because it's like not like super fast paced rolling around.
Maybe it's because I never really noticed, but the sprite size in Sonic 1 and 3 never bothered me.
I just love the mobile ones. Yesterday I was bored and I just played Sonic 2 on my phone and I'm like, this is fun. I still
I
hate
like
special
it.
stages. Special stages can go to hell. I will never do those.
In Sonic 2?
Yeah, even on
Yeah.
mobile, they're like cancerous to me.
I just want that to come over to the consoles or handhelds already.
It'd be nice. Yeah, I've become accustomed to touch controls. At first, I thought it'd be horrible, but it's actually not that bad.
So did
I'd
you
rather
get
play with the
everything here,
controller.
Exo? Sorry.
Everything I can get so far, I believe, yes.
Okay. Because you
Well, I
ain't
hope
going
so,
back.
because the planet blew up. Because that'd be bad.
No, the planet didn't blow up, the base did. Because, like, if
My
the planet blew up now,
E-tanks.
then Super Metroid wouldn't have happened.
That's true.
So, yeah.
Aw.
It's
Samus
kind of
gets
weird
shot
that
down.
like in the SNES era, they made that era of games, they made sequels to games where it was like a remake to the first game.
Yeah, kind of.
Why do the ships look like horseshoe crabs?
I think it's just a stylistic choice, I guess. I don't know why. So we have the Paralyzer is what it's called.
That's the stun gun, right?
Yep.
Why
I
is
like
the
this song.
cutscene here better than the ones in Mighty Number 9?
Kind of is.
Ryan, do you have the Mega Man X collection for the GameCube? No, I do not, good sir. And I don't plan on getting that until like I'm like super rich and famous, because that game is really expensive.
People are commenting about that ass.
Yeah.
Yours, Samus.
Why aren't you reading comments, Exo? Because I'm playing the game.
Ho 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 ho! You got you now.
That's why I have people here.
Who is
We're
sexier? Who is sexier than Samus?
Muriel from Fire
Denise
Emblem Awakening.
Marmalade. Everybody go look up Denise Marmalade on Google image search.
What's the name?
Denise Marmalade.
Marmalade. No, wait. Marmalade. Who the heck is this? Who's this?
She's from The Misadventures of Tron Bond. She's cute.
Oh. Everyone Google Fire Emblem Awakening Muriel. She is the best. I like her.
I'll just stick with Samus. Fuck it.
Shit taste confirmed for King K.
I wouldn't say shit taste, man.
Shit taste. I said sexier, not who's hotter. I mean, they're kind of the same thing, but not really.
I don't know the
Kind of.
difference. What's the difference between that? Break it down the semantics.
Well, sexy means you would want to have sex, and then hot means you got to give them a bottle of water because then they'll get dehydrated.
That's a
Boo! Boo!
I think that's
Bad
exactly how you
Ryan.
spell it, Sonic Kirby.
What are your opinions on video game cartoons? Like,
I'm
Like
trying
Sonic
to, I
X
can't
and the
think of
Mario
a
show?
single good one.
Excuse me, Sonic X was an anime, but you just call it a Japanese cartoon, please?
I don't think I've ever heard you do that voice before, King K.
I don't know if I've ever done that voice before in my life.
Yeah.
I
I tried to sound like what a weeb would sound like. A weeb that isn't me, obviously.
Yeah, it's actually pronounced a skikoon.
I want to play Minecraft. Minecraft is the best game because you can put down
Minecraft.
the blocks.
Watch my enemy.
You
I mean,
fucked up.
The TV show for Sonic Boom is pretty okay.
They haven't seen any of it, so.
I've watched some episodes, and it's hit or miss, but I wouldn't say it's bad.
Yeah, hit or miss is a really good way of putting it. When the jokes hit, they hit. When they don't, they miss. Animation sucks, though. Well, it doesn't suck. It's just the quality is not that great.
Well, it's good quality. It's just that it's not very interesting to look at. They don't really do anything like.
The action is bad. The action is really bad. And also, whenever they're animating like liquid, like when something splashes, it looks really, really. It looks like food fight quality bad.
Oh God.
That's just me, though.
I can only get through like. To me, I watched 20 episodes and I didn't feel I should watch anymore because I felt like I got something out of it. I didn't need to watch anything else.
I had a couple on my recommendations, like on YouTube, and I watched a handful of them. And it's like, if I saw them again on my recommendations, I might watch them again. They weren't, like I said, they weren't bad. They were just kind of, they were alright. They did the job.
I watched the episode with Shadow in it though.
Yeah, that one was pretty.
I'm scared of them putting Shadow in anything modern now. Just wait until his voice actor changes, maybe.
Yeah.
Also,
Apparently-
write him correctly. please.
Yes.
But
thank
nobody
you.
knows how to do that, King K.
They did it right in SA2. I don't know what's so hard about it. I guess the problem is they probably should have just kept him dead after SA2, but he became so popular.
Yeah.
Because his death completed his story arc, and I don't know what else they should do.
Aliens.
Otherwise, had so many problems.
Clearly, aliens and.
Just don't make him so depressing, you know? Make him like... Because if he completed his story arc and he's supposed to be continuing on, then just make him a bit, not like super happy, because that's Sonic, but make him a bit, you know, like he was in Sonic 06, honestly.
Yeah.
Just a little better than 06. But I liked how he was portrayed in 06, a lot better than Shadow or Heroes, honestly.
Yeah.
Or make him like his female counterpart, the chick from Kill la Kill, Ryuko, There you go.
Oh yeah, they
Best
do kind
shadow.
of look alike, don't they?
A little bit. They got like a same stylistic, like black on red.
And Satsuki's like,
Satsuki.
well, is it? Oh, she has more white, but I was gonna say that she's more like Sonic.
Racist.
She's nothing like Sonic though. That's the thing.
Well, I mean, there's color scheme, but it was a bit too white.
Mm-hmm.
It had the blue in it,
the
though.
politically correct term
Yeah, I was
is
trying to
Caucasian.
draw a parallel, Ryan, and you ruined it.
I ruin a lot of things. It's okay. How about a sequel to Alien Isolation? Yeah, if it works. I heard the first. I heard that game was good. Sega published that one.
Oh, I was thinking of Colonial Marines when you said that.
Oh,
Everybody
no,
hates
that's-
that one.
Yeah, nobody likes that one. Everyone likes Isolation though. Or at least
Which
from what
came
I've
out first?
heard.
Colonial
Marines.
Marines. I remember that shit show.
I remember when I had when I was in high school, I had a friend who was really excited for that game, and she was like in denial. She was like,
A
"No,
lot
I
of people
swear the
were
game is
excited.
good. The game is really good. I swear." Oh well. Favorite Clement Let's Play, if you have one.
I mean, like, they're not... I guess X6, because that's the only one I've bothered to watch multiple times.
Sonic Unleashed.
Oh, it's
Yeah, I mean,
alright.
like, they're all good, but it's just, like, nothing I'd go back and rewatch.
I don't really have favorite Let's Plays
Same.
or reviews. The only favorite reviews I have are like JonTron ones that I watch over, you know? Like, I
Or
don't know.
mine. Mine are
Or,
too.
yeah. I've been watching over Nikon Aqua Magna's SA 1 and 2 videos.
Talking about his older ones?
I like
or his
those a
newer-
lot. Well, his newer ones.
Mhm.
I like watching those.
I like both.
I didn't watch his old ones. Has anyone played Hell Yeah, Wrath of the Dead Rabbit?
No.
Is that a
Nope.
sequel to Wallace and Gromit, the Curse of the Were-Rabbit? Let's see. I don't think that's Grey Voice, that's the other one.
Somebody said they really like X6.
How dare you? Wow.
Carlos Eduardo Aguilar.
You know, my friend Alonzo says that too. It's just like, yeah, the game's terrible, but the shadow armor is so cool. I was like,
See,
are you kidding me,
I don't
Alonzo?
know anything about that game.
Is that the 3D one or is that X7?
I think
That's
X7. is
X7.
3D. All hail Bird Jesus.
Yeah, this is the Ancient Guardian. I don't know what its real name is, but
So,
it's,
what's your favorite Some Call Me Johnny review?
I know his favorite. Big Rigs.
Did you
I
review
don't
Big
know,
Rigs?
cause like, there's none that I really go back and watch. They're kind of like one and done deals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like maybe I'd rewatch his Sonic 06 or Shadow. I think I've seen a Shadow video a few times, cause that one just really hit the nail on the head.
See, a lot of the videos, I watch those kind of videos and then I'm done. And if I'm watching them
Mhm.
again, it's for background knowledge when I'm like grinding in an RPG or something.
Yeah.
Music of Castlevania. Oh, the music is so Castlevania. Okay.
Yeah.
I
it
can't hear
kinda
the
is.
music.
It's like an
Is it-
organ piece.
Is it the Symphony of the Night Castlevania, or are we talking like classic Castlevania?
More like Symphony of the Night.
Ah, okay. What's your favorite TWIP review? Oh, mine's clearly Golden Sun, because you gave that game such a great review, saying how amazing it was. Clearly, that was your best work.
I'm gonna tell you a secret, Twip. I haven't seen a single one of your videos.
Oh, ho, ho, ho.
Yeah, I haven't either.
So, sorry.
His Mega Man Marathon was pretty good. I guess he means Some Call Me Johnny.
Yeah, I guess it was.
it lasted a while, but yeah. No, you know what? I take it back. I think I went back to his Ghost and Goblins review pretty frequently, and I would actually watch it.
Oh yeah, that one was pretty fun. You know, I think it might be Echo the Dolphin. I really like that one.
Oh, and his Bubsy one. Weird how it's the bad
I didn't think the
games.
Bubsy one was as good as the Echo one.
I never played an Echo the Dolphin game.
You're not missing out on much.
Which is your favorite review that you have done?
Oh, that's a good question. That's a good question. It might be the one that's coming out tonight.
Oh,
I read the script.
No.
It was pretty cool.
I haven't had time to read it
But
yet.
besides that, maybe there's this game, or the Donkey Kong Land one's one of my favorites. I don't know why, there's just something quaint about it.
My favorite is still your Lost World video.
Really?
I watched that recently. Yeah. Actually, like a couple hours ago, I watched it.
That's like one of my worst ones. I barely said anything about the game.
I still liked it though. Maybe not so much for the review aspect, but for the fact they just like hit every single nail on the freaking head. Not just about the game, but about the fan base and everything.
Oh. Yeah.
I don't know how much you still hold by that kind of stuff anymore. I was like, yeah, I agree with
I
this
got a
chat.
ton of shit for it, so I've been trying to cut down on it. I mean, like, I still think it's important to understand that. I think what the most important thing to understand is that there are different people with different opinions who are exposed to the series in different ways and prefer different things from it. Rather than just saying, there are these people who like classic games and then there are these other deviants who think something different for no reason because they're idiots. Because that's really what it felt like before I made those, before I, sort of came up with my framework. It's just like, you either like the classics the best or you're an idiot. That's what it seemed to be like before I came up with the framework, you know?
Yeah, and nowadays it's if you like any Sonic game, then you're an idiot.
I just meant, like, the only legitimate opinion about Sonic, if you liked Sonic to begin with, was that those 2D games ones are the only good ones. So.
And it still kind of seems like that to this day, so I still
That's
think it
because
holds
they're
some
the ones who control the news media.
No,
I mean, it's true, though.
No, it's not true, because the thing is that not even those games are good.
Yeah. But I'm saying if there's gonna be a Sonic fan who works for IGN or GameSpot or the likes of that, they're gonna be a classicist.
Yeah.
Just because of when they grew up.
That's unfortunate.
I mean, like, our generation doesn't really have jobs in those sorts of fields yet. We're too young. We're just a little too young for it.
That's why we formed the Unversed cast. So that way we can call out the bullshit, except not really, because we don't. I mean, we kind of do. The most recent one that we uploaded, we did that. And that was fun. That was a lot of fun. Now we got some comments about Donkey Kong Land.
Yeah, it does. That Game and Tank says Donkey Kong Land 1 sucks, and I totally agree. One of my least favorite games.
Even less than Final Fantasy 13.
No, that game's worse.
Shush, shush.
I mean, I really hate Final Fantasy 13.
And I really hate you, Michael. Gosh!
Oh, no!
The Unversed
No, you
cast
guys
is
heard it here
falling
first,
apart at the
folks.
seams.
Drama alert! Somebody call Keemstar.
To disband the Unversed cast.
It's
Falling
well,
apart.
it's Exo versus Ryan, Dawn of the Unversed.
Alec will take over.
Featuring
of
a
course.
cameo by
Alec is
Kingdom
Lex
Clannad
Luthor.
and
He's the one
Haydox
pulling
leading
the
into their
strings
own
trying to
feature
get us to hate
films.
each other.
Let's have King K and Haydox in here just because we're gonna make movies about them later.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah, King K could be Wonder Woman.
No thanks.
Oh, too late. You already cast.
You can't cast me without my permission.
And Haydox can be Lex Luthor.
No,
Or,
Alec
I'm
has to
sorry,
be
Lex Luthor Jr.
Hey Ryan, we all want to know, does Samus have tight controls? Well, you're asking the wrong guy, because I'm not the one playing the game. Michael, does Samus have tight controls?
Let me
Winky
put it
face?
this way. She can handle my joystick any day.
You know, I agree.
Makes you want to fire charge shots all over the place, am I right?
Oh god.
Yeah, here we
Oh
go.
my lord.
Hey, you started it!
I know I did, but I want to end it. Because honestly, like the whole sexualization of Samus. I mean, I don't. It's not really like a social justice thing. It's more like I respect her too much as a character.
To like
Yeah.
think about her sexually and shit.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it's just like I never really look at characters, like men or women, and be like, oh man, man, they're so hot. You know, I just look at them as like, oh well, that's an interesting character design. Oh, that character has really big tits. Oh, okay. Most of the time, I hate the ones that have like the big tits, not because of sexualization,
No, I
but because
hate
it just
them,
looks
too.
bad.
When
You know
they're
what I mean?
When they're too big, and it's stupid.
Like the main
Yeah.
female lead in Fire Emblem, Shin Megami Tensei X Fire Emblem, I hate her design so much because it just looks like as if she got two watermelons and put them in her shirt. They look fake.
I hate that girl from Fire Emblem Fates.
Which one?
The one that's on the evil side.
Oh, Camilla?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like her either.
I like how you just said the evil side. There
I
is
don't know,
no
it-
evil side in Fire Emblem.
It's the one
There's
that
only-
it's the one that they portray as more evil than the other one.
Nor
No.
my sister like hates those kind of characters too, but she loves Camilla.
I don't know.
What about Bayonetta? What about her? She has a nice design.
I think she's a badass.
you know what I'm saying.
I don't tend to fall in line with people that think that she is.
Super sexy.
Well, no, the people that. Because I read a Bayonetta 2 review once that was like talking about how Bayonetta is like the worst thing to happen to women in gaming, and I'm like, well, I think she's a badass. So I don't know. I like her.
I like her character, and I really like her design too. I like the shorter hair more than the
Yeah, me
longer
too.
hair.
I agree.
That's just me though.
I don't like her long hair. It just looks weird.
It does. Please try playing Senran Kagura Essential Versus.
Oh no,
Is that the PS4 game that I'm thinking about?
that's an anime game. I can tell.
Karen's really into like the showgirl fan servicey stuff.
Really?
She's like,
Oh, I'm not.
not in a sexual way, but just like in a comedic way. She really likes it when an anime or a game has that kind of stuff. She finds it entertaining.
Mhm.
Why? I don't know. I mean, I think it can be kind of annoying after a while, but I think a lot of people share my opinion on that.
Oh, I'm watching the stream right now. I hate this room.
I don't know
Yeah.
what room this is.
You have to screw attack on the bot. Well, not space jump, but on the bottom.
The
You have to.
zero
You have to. You have to.
No, you have to spit Shine Spark into it. That's the only reliable way to get there.
Yeah.
But you have
Although
to time
when
it
I played this
just
game,
right.
I didn't know. When I played this game, I didn't know what a shine spark was, so I did it with the space
Okay.
jump. I
Yeah,
did
I
it with
didn't-
the space jump, so. I
It
don't
took
know.
me a while to get as versed with them as I am now. I can tell you
Honestly,
that much.
I didn't know what a shine spark was until like when I watched one of your streams. It was either yours or Dan's.
Just imagine, I didn't know what a shine spark was, and I tried to get this, and I didn't understand. Because I'm like, well, maybe they want me to space jump, and that didn't get me very far. But I
Yeah.
eventually got it.
We got a question asking if Dan will ever go back to the Sonic Advance series because they really want to know what you think of Sonic Advance 3.
Yes. You know, I just plan on redoing it. I'll have those weird live action segments.
Well, you could probably just download the videos and cut out the live action segments and re-upload them.
I want to redo Advance 2 in particular.
But I loved
feel
your
like-
rant at the end.
I feel I was a little harsh, honestly. I don't know.
You know
But
there's an
that's-
easy mode in that
what
game,
I like
right?
about it is how much honesty there is.
Well, I think I was a bit too whiny at the end. I don't know.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I thought you were fine. I think your Sonic Advance 2 review is really good. It's one of my personal favorites, honestly.
Well, people keep saying that. I don't know. I mean, I guess it is. People say that.
Because I mean, I like Sonic Advance 2, and I like that video.
I'll keep them up. I'm not gonna remove them, but
Good.
you know, I might actually just take out the live action
You stay on
segments.
this side of the apartment, pal.
Although it's kind of hard to take them out because a lot of the time I transition with the live action segments.
Mhm.
So I don't know. I'll think about it. I'll do Advance 3 someday.
Honestly, though, I like Sonic Advance 2 way more than Sonic Advance 3.
If people want to know what I think, I like Advance 3 the most.
See, I don't like that game at all. I think it's like I don't like the hub world, and I don't like the level design.
Well, I like that it doesn't focus as much on speed as 2 does.
Oh, we got a notification.
Oh, Haydox is ready to join, everyone.
Oh, it's gonna be an Unversed cast call.
Can you add him to the call, Ryan or Dan?
Yeah, I'm on it. Add people to this call. Hey,
Take your damn calls off.
Hey, Michael, do you have Mario Kart 8?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah,
What
I
about
don't
you,
think-
Dan? You got it?
Yeah, I do. I think.
We
Yeah,
should live stream that game eventually. The 4 of us. I think it'd be a lot of fun. I've been meaning to ask you, but I keep forgetting. Do you like the Fairchild Channel F? I don't even know what that
What the
is.
fuck is that?
I don't
What
know.
the fuck is a Sonic?
Exo,
Whip.
when will you do a 100% playthrough of Metroid Prime 3 Corruption?
You mean like a new let's play like I did
I
for the
assume
first
it
two?
means like your other 2 Let's Plays.
Maybe soon actually. In September.
Ryan
Because
is
the reason I
correct.
do those is because I don't have time to make regular reviews when college is happening, so maybe after
I
a...
think K-Dog's dropped. That's unfortunate. Hopefully he can come back on.
You can come on to me.
See, there you go, starting it again, Michael.
Yeah.
It's I want to follow up, but I can't. Do you have any gaming, movie, guilty pleasures? Like any movie or any video game that's guilty pleasure?
I know a movie video game that's, I guess, a guilty pleasure. I liked Prince of Persia: Sands of Time.
Yeah, I like that one unironically. But then again, I only seen that movie a handful of times when I was younger, like when I was a kid.
Mhm.
Maybe it's really bad and I just don't remember it, but I remember enjoying it.
I don't have a guilty pleasure because I don't believe in guilty pleasures. So I believe if you enjoy something, you enjoy it. Fuck it, you know.
I think though with guilty pleasures, like it's something that you know is bad, but you still enjoy it for how bad it is.
Yeah, but the problem is that you're supposed to feel guilty for liking it, but I don't
Yeah.
agree with it.
like I don't really agree with the whole feel guilty for liking, because I like Star Wars: Revenge of the Sith. I don't feel guilty for it, but I
I
completely
just don't like
acknowledge
calling
it's
it a
shit movie.
guilty pleasure because it means that you like it, and that it implies that you feel guilty because nobody else does.
I feel guilty because I like Sonic and the Secret Rings.
What's wrong with you, Ryan?
A lot of things, actually.
You know,
Skype is being wonky, Haydox says.
I can play Sonic and the Secret Rings just fine.
I can too.
Well, I honestly don't blame anyone for disliking it as much as they do.
Same.
Ugh, that game is something
Honestly,
else, I
though,
tell you.
I think the only reason why I can play it is because when I first played it, I played it with the Wii remote like just normally, like how you would normally hold a Wii remote. I didn't know you had to hold it sideways. So I would
How do you
Really?
get through that?
Hmm.
How do you get through that game without holding it sideways, though?
It was hard.
Yeah.
It was
That's
like I got through like
So
the
then
first two
after,
worlds
so what
doing
you're
that.
telling me is that you played it the incorrect way, and then you
Yeah.
learned that there was a correct way that you weren't doing, and then that made the game. Then it made you appreciate how well the game controlled normally.
Yes.
well, that's a
Okay.
fucked up situation.
Yep.
I mean, hey, it worked.
The game just became a breeze afterwards. Like I did not get any trouble at all.
I've
Except
never
for
had
maybe-
too many issues with the controls. I mean, they're not good, but
I'm usually the kind of person who's down for motion controls, but Secret Rings for me is like the poster child for a game that doesn't need motion controls at all.
It doesn't, but you gotta put it on the Wii motion controls because it's on the Wii.
I mean, there's
Don't
some
you know?
motion
I'm not
controls work
excusing
best for a mechanic that it makes sense for. Not like if you can do it better with a button, then just use a button.
Yeah.
But aiming is something that you can't do better with a button, or with a stick rather, at least in my opinion. You can't get that same responsiveness with the control stick.
Haydox did. I don't know if you read this, but Haydox says he can't see the stream and that his internet is working up.
Yeah, my internet seems to be working up. Maybe you need to reboot your router. That usually does the trick.
Did you try turning it off and turning it back on?
Yeah, that's essentially what I'm saying.
Yeah. Hey, you know it works. Sometimes. What do you think of Sausage Party?
Well, let me put it this way. It's made by the same people who made this film called This Is the End, which is the worst movie I've ever seen in my entire life. So I have no interest in Sausage Party.
What is This Is the End about? Let me...
Like, it actually physically disturbed me. It was that bad.
I've never heard of this movie. I mean, it kind of looks like it would be made by the same people. Like, I see,
It's like James Franco,
Jonah
Danny
Hill,
McBride, Jay Baruchel,
Seth Rogen.
and I think there's a black man in it whose name I don't know off the top of my head.
I mean, I see the black guy, but yeah. I think the worst movie I've ever seen is White Chicks. I hate that movie so much.
I've never seen that.
I hate that movie.
I don't have at least like. I don't hate any movie I've seen, honestly.
I could not finish it.
Because when I watch a movie, I don't critique it really. I just even really bad movies I can enjoy.
I can't. Like if it's that bad, I have to turn it off.
Well, the thing is, it's so easy to watch a bad movie because when I have issue with bad games because you know I have to play it. But like when you watch a bad movie, all you have to really do is sit there and you don't really even have to think about it. You just sort of watch it. That's why I don't critique movies.
Hang on 1 second.
That's Haydox. I'm gonna
Okay,
recharge my power bombs real quick.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, is that all you have to do is sit there and watch. Yeah, but that's using up valuable time. They could be doing something else. Something else that's way more entertaining. Like, if I'm watching a comedy, and the whole point of a comedy is to laugh, and you're making me cringe at the entire thing, and your movie's 2 hours long, I'm going to turn you off.
Yeah.
Ugh. Golden Sun is the worst movie I've ever seen. I agree. Because it's not even a real movie. This Is the End, Adam Sandler. So is This Is the End Adam Sandler bad or Family Guy bad?
More like Adam Sandler bad, I think. It's one of those movies. Let me put it this way: the whole idea of the movie is that the celebrities in it are playing themselves, right? And it's supposed to be like this apocalypse happens, and they're stuck in a house together, and they have to find a way to move on to the afterlife. And the thing about it is that in some ways it's a satire of Hollywood culture, and they're kind of making fun of themselves. But at the same time, they're playing it totally straight, like we don't deserve this, like we are better than this. So it's like it doesn't know. And then like the whole afterlife thing, like how it brings in some religious elements, but it doesn't play them totally straight either. So it's sort of supposed to be like hold on a minute, I need to do the shine spark and I fucked up. So now we get to go
messed
back.
it up, man.
I'm trying to kill two birds with one stone in this room because
Jay brings up a good point actually. You pay a lot more for a video game than you do to see a movie.
Yeah, that's true.
That's probably another reason I don't really care much.
I guess you just haven't seen that one movie.
Not yet.
Yeah.
Love Potion is a disaster, and it's the best beat 'em up aside from Senra Kagaga Gaiden Dynasty Warriors. I've never even heard of Love Potion Disaster.
Dynasty Warriors considered a beat 'em up?
I always
hack and slash, I'd say.
I don't know, cause like when I think of hack and slash, I think of like Devil May Cry and stuff. I think
I
Dynasty
call
Warriors-
that a spectacle fighter.
Spectacle fighters. That. Okay.
Like Bayonetta and DMC and
Well, with those games, they're like, there's actual spectacle. Like, part of the appeal is how crazy and over the top it gets.
yeah.
But, you know, something like The Legend of Spyro New Beginning is kind of sort of in the same genre, because all you do is beat up mooks the whole time, but it lacks the actual spectacle part. So
Like
it's
Sonic
boring.
Unleashed.
Sonic Unleashed is much better than Legend of Spyro.
Well, I'm
As a
talking
beat 'em
about the
up.
Werehog stuff.
I mean, like, honestly, I think that for that type of gameplay, I don't think the Werehog sections are that bad. It's just they don't belong in the game.
I disagree. I think they're some of the most boring things ever.
I like them.
Good on you, man.
Yeah,
I know
but
some.
you like every Sonic game, Dan. Except
do.
for Sonic Advance 2.
Yeah. You know, even then, I might still play Sonic Advance 2 one day. Just for lulz.
Do you think you'd get annoyed if they made a real shitty Metroid film? I mean,
No, I probably wouldn't go see it anyway.
They already did. Ha! Original joke.
what's
Would
it
you
called?
like a pizza roll?
Hey, I don't know. It was for like the Wii or something, right?
Oh, you're talking about Other M.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm talking about Metroid Prime 3, man.
No, Metroid Prime 3 was on the Wii, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Try saying Sonic.
No,
I don't know if SA2 is Sonic Advance 2 or Sonic Adventure 2.
Yeah, I just say Sonic Advance 2.
Your brother's in the chat, by the way.
Where he is?
Yeah.
Sonic Unleashed is a puzzle game.
Oh, is it? A puzzle game.
I
Yeah.
still like SA2. I like both SA2 and SA2.
No, you can't, Ryan.
That's not confusing at all.
Oh.
Hey,
Okay.
speaking of which, Ryan, do you happen to work at the Floridian Department of Redundancy Department?
Florida of Redundancy Apartment?
The Floridian Department of Redundancy Department. I like SA2, and also I like SA2.
Oh, SA2 can be either Sonic Advance 2
Yeah,
or
that's
Sonic
exact.
Adventure 2.
Yeah, I got that bit.
Oh. Oh, I see what
I was just making a cheeky joke, and you failed me, Ryan.
But I think it only failed because it cut off at a few points.
Oh yeah, the Skype.
On my side of things, yeah. Ever heard of High School Shahag Girls? It's an anime where Sega consoles are girls.
Is it
I've heard
real?
about something
Is
like
it
that.
unironic? I guess
don't
I
know.
missed this earlier.
But I've heard about something like that where it's like it's video game consoles. I heard there was like one with like Sega, Sony, and Nintendo, but they were all like anime characters or something. I don't know. Now we've got some people saying they like SA3, but SA3 isn't even a thing, guys.
Yeah, Takashi Iizuka said that he hasn't made it yet, so there you go.
He said that he wants to make it.
Yeah, but more importantly, said that he hasn't made it yet, so...
No, see, there you go.
Therefore, Sonic 06 is not SA3.
Duh.
Yeah.
Is that your impression of me, or?
No, that's just a voice I do.
Oh, okay. I like to think I have a very distinct voice. It's like a high-pitched, southern, weird. I don't even know how to describe it. But like, I hate doing voiceovers and listening to it over and over again because it makes me cringe every time I hear it. You know?
I used to have that issue with listening.
I still
to
have
my
it.
voice. Oh yeah.
I've had it ever since I started, and I still have it. And what was your biggest disappointment? Just in general, or in video games, movies, life? I'd rather not go that far. My biggest disappointment was my son. Also, Revenge of the Sith. That's the
Star Wars The Phantom Menace is the most disappointing thing since my son. But unlike my son, who hanged himself in a truck stop bathroom, Phantom Menace will live on probably forever.
Sonic Adventure was my favorite movie. Amy, take your damn dress off. No. Let's not go that far. I don't know, like, do you have a biggest video game disappointment?
Do I? Like something I really wanted to be good that just didn't end up being good? I mean, I guess Other M would be one of them, because I was really looking forward to it before it came out, and then, yeah, wasn't exactly what I was looking for.
What about
Yeah.
you, Dan? You got a disappointing game or whatever?
Not really. It's not really, no. Maybe Sonic Boom, but near the end I didn't expect anything from it.
Yeah, once when the E3 stuff started coming up for that game, I already knew what kind of game it was going to be. I still defended it, though, because people were like, oh, it's going to suck because it's different. And I'm like, you don't know if it's going to be that bad. And lo and behold, it was, but whatever. It happens. I think both of you guys know what mine is, so I don't really feel the need to say it, unless I need to say it.
You mean Golden Sun 4?
Yep. The fact that there isn't one. I cry myself to sleep every night.
Well, did you have
I cry every
expectations
time.
for that game?
For what?
For, well, your biggest disappointment, I mean.
What
My
game
biggest
was that?
My biggest disappointment, it's either Sonic CD or Mario 64.
Oh,
I had a
man.
feeling it's Mario 64, but did you have any expectations going in?
For Mario 64?
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought it was going to be good. I thought I was going to like it. I wanted to like it. I thought it was going to control pretty good, but you know, I don't think it does. It's like, again, when you're told something for so long, you kind of expect it to be true after a while, and when it isn't, you know, it just kind of disappoints you. And it's not, and I'm not talking about Mario 64 specifically. I'm just talking about games in general. Like for some people, it's Final Fantasy 7, it's Ocarina of Time, Sonic Adventure 2. You know, it's different for everybody, but mine just so happens to be Mario 64 and Sonic CD. I think they're both equally as disappointing. We got some more people saying theirs. Watch Dogs is apparently a big disappointment. I remember that one. I remember a lot of people being upset about that game. Someone apparently looked up Sonic Adventure 3 footage and saw porn. Good stuff, good stuff.
Yeah.
What do you think of Star Fox Zero?
I loved it.
It was a good game. I loved it too.
I didn't. I thought it was kind of boring. And not that good.
But Ryan, I thought you hated it because of the controls.
Oh, you caught me. You caught me. And I would have gotten away with it too if it wasn't for you and your damn podcast. I don't know, like I played it again recently, and I grasped the controls a bit better, but once when I did, it just didn't do anything for me still. It's like, I know this is going to be blasphemous for you, Michael, but I'd rather go back to Star Fox 64.
Well, yeah, I guess I can get that, but...
You know, that's just me, though. We got someone saying that Secret of Mana was pretty disappointing.
Doesn't everyone love that game?
Well,
what I
yeah,
hear.
that's what he mean. That's what
Karen-
he means.
Oh,
Karen has
okay.
that game, like the actual cartridge. Like,
Huh.
it's like, it's not quite Earthbound rare, but it's pretty up there. It's pretty expensive.
Zelda controls weird. Why'd you? Okay, I think they mean Link controls weird in Majora's Mask.
Really?
Controls the same as he did in the other one.
Yeah, I never
It's
noticed the
literally
difference.
the same thing.
Maybe he means the masks. Well, I don't know.
Oh, yeah, that could be it.
I know the swimming controls in 3D is pretty wonky.
Yeah.
But Chugga Conroy said it's the best swimming controls, so they're wrong.
Well, he was talking about the N64 one, I think.
No, I was talking about the 3DS one.
Yeah.
3DS controls are pretty weird for the swimming.
They felt fairly similar to me. The only thing was that he just wasn't as fast.
No, he wasn't as fast, but still, something about it just felt weird. You can get used to it. I think there's a way to put it like how it was in the original game, not the fast swimming, but just the controls. So at least there was that.
Disappointing moment in video games?
Disappointing moments in video games.
When I found out that, well, I guess no one gives a shit about spoilers for a Zelda game. In Twilight Princess, when you get to the end, it's like, oh, Ganon was behind it all. Like, yeah, okay.
With Zant and how he went from like a really cool, methodical badass to a fucking child on
Look,
steroids.
I adore Twilight Princess, but I still think that's really stupid.
It is. I agree. What about you, Michael? You got a disappointing moment in a video game?
Yeah, have you guys ever played LA Noire?
Yeah.
The end. Are you talking about the ending?
I don't think I beat it.
No. There's a certain thing that happens to one of the characters.
And I think I know exactly what you're talking about.
Where, like, Cole Phelps cheats on his wife.
Yeah.
I remember
That came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And it's just like, the Cole Phelps I've been watching this whole time wouldn't do this. So I just thought the whole time that it was something that the Roy made up about him. But no, he actually did it. You know, and it was just like...
Maybe it was supposed to illustrate that even, like, people you think are normal might succumb to something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm
they
sure
didn't really
that's
have a
what they were
good
going
build-up
for.
to it, though. Like, you see him at the clubhouse every now and then, but you never really get the vibe that he wants to have sex with her.
Yeah.
Maybe that was the point. I don't know. I mean, I barely remember that, but it's...
Oh, and the other thing that bugged me the first time I played the game was when it turned out that Riku was Ansem. Or it looked like him, rather. That was just stupid.
I can't really think
I just unconditionally love Kingdom Hearts, so I don't even care.
There's only one part that I can think of, or one disappointing moment that I can think about the top of my head, and it was just because I played it recently. And it's in the Lost stage, but I don't want to, like, spoil it in case if you or Michael haven't gotten there yet.
I'm on Gaia Rock right now, so...
Gaia Rock isn't too bad. It's just, there's like this maze that you have to use the gross energy on, and that can get pretty tedious after a while because it's long. But
is that in Gaia Rock?
Yeah.
Okay.
The maze
I
where
was
you have to
wondering
use
what I
grow.
was supposed to do there.
Yeah.
Because, like, Dow's didn't do shit.
Yeah, you have to use grow.
Yeah. But it's, like, annoying trying to equip that, because, like, you have to
switch
give...
the Jin.
Yeah. And it's just like, I always put the Jin on the right person, so what would make somebody think that they could get a usable field synergy from doing
Thankfully,
that?
they fixed that in Dark Dawn.
Yeah.
I'm really glad they fixed that.
Alright, time to go beat the game, everyone.
Was there ever a game you used to love but not anymore? Or not as much?
I guess...
No. Not really. I mean, every game that I liked when I was a kid, I still like now. Every game that I... Well, no, because there were games I didn't like when I was... Well, no. The Shadow of the Hedgehog. I used to like it. Well, no, because I can still play it and have some fun in it.
There are a few alright levels, you know. There we go. You got 100%. That's what 100% looks like, Jay.
I wouldn't know, because I can't see it.
One thing I do hate about all the 2D games is that you can't see what percent you have until you beat the game or go to the file select. Which is stupid, and they keep fucking doing it. And I don't understand why. Like, the Prime games didn't do that. The Prime games just had it on the menu, so you could just see, alright, now I have 100%, now I can go fight the final boss. But in the 2D games, it's always just like, oh, I hope you got everything. And if you don't, you have to go backtrack some more, which adds to your time. You know, and it's just like, if you're trying to learn how to speedrun the game, it doesn't help.
Well, even then, you have to scan the final boss in order to get 100%,
Oh,
right?
No. That's like for the scan log, not for the,
Oh, for like...
the item completion.
Yeah.
I never bother with getting 100% scan log.
I've never done the scan log stuff.
Yeah, but if you are, do it in the Wii version where it carries over.
Oh, so like you can go back and play it again like New Game Plus?
Yeah.
Okay, that's pretty cool. Jeb used to love Shadow the Hedgehog and Sonic 06, then a year later I played them again and hated them.
Yeah. This area has a confusing layer. Yep, I don't like it.
What
What was
games
that?
do you want to be remade, Exo?
I would like to see Star Fox and SNES given a loyal remake.
Star
But,
Fox
you know, like-
64 3D and Star Fox Zero.
Those games are remakes, but they're not loyal remakes. Like something with
Right.
the same level design, similar art style, you know, same minimalist storytelling, same bosses, all that, just with better technical aspects. Because I love everything about the game, but the only thing that holds me back from saying, like, it's like a perfect, great Star Fox game for everyone is the technical aspects. Which is unfortunately a big deal for, you know, some people.
I think it's kind of weird for me to say, but I would love it if they did like what Sonic 3 and Knuckles did, where it's like you put the two games together and you have Sonic 3 and Knuckles. If they did that for Golden Sun, where it's like you can play,
Yeah.
like once when you clear the first part, you immediately pick up from like the beginning of the second game. It's like
There
they
you go,
do
yeah.
that. They do that. Have a fast travel system. There you go. That would be great. Make it for the console though, like Wii U or NX.
Mhm.
If you have an opposing opinion to Ryan, be prepared for him to make you sound stupid. I don't mean to make people sound stupid, because Ryan is a nice guy. I mean, like I said, I don't want people to be stupid or to sound stupid or anything. I mean, have I made anyone here feel stupid? I don't want to.
Definitely me.
I'm sorry, Dan.
I feel much stupider.
I'd give you a hug, but
You
know,
feel
you're
much dumberer.
you're in another state.
I am.
How dare you?
I'm in the state everyone thinks is dangerous.
Massachusetts
Well,
or
mostly
Minnesota?
Michigan.
Michigan. I knew I was one with them.
Mostly I live in near the city that everyone thinks is dangerous.
Flint.
Flint.
Yeah, Flint.
No.
Milwaukee.
No.
Well, it's either Milwaukee or Flint. I think when I think of dangerous Michigan cities.
Well, Flint's having a water crisis right
Yeah.
now, so I guess technically it's dangerous. But everyone I've ever met is like, "Oh, you live near Detroit," and I'm like, "Yeah."
Oh,
Oh, I was right. I said Detroit.
Milwaukee's in Wisconsin. What am I thinking? I always forget. Like I mix up all those. Like there are a bunch of states in the middle of the country that I just don't remember where they are. Like whoever thinks about Ohio. Sorry
No,
if you live in Ohio,
I can drive to Ohio in an hour.
but yeah.
There's nothing interesting over there.
But like most of the states on the Atlantic seaboard, I can remember where they are, you know. But it's just like the Midwest is where I kind of give up because like, who the hell cares about Arkansas? So my apologies to
I
everyone
remember
in the
the
chat
names.
who lives in Arkansas.
I remember the names of the states. I just most of the Midwest ones. I don't know where they are technically, like in relation to another.
Yeah. And he lives in the Midwest, gentles and ladiesmen. Like I know Wisconsin and Minnesota, and that's about it.
I'm in the Southwest. I don't know if you. I mean, do I have an accent? Because some people tell me I do, some people tell me I don't.
I don't think you do.
Okay.
It's not deep in any way. I don't really see it. Or hear
Yeah,
it.
because I was cashiering at my job, and this woman comes up to me and is like, "Hey, do you work at Disney or Universal?" And I'm like, "No." And she's like, "Oh, well, you have a very distinct and unique voice. You should work there as one of those people that says, please keep your hands and legs in all the vehicles and yada yada yada." I'm like, "Okay, thanks." I don't know, it
You
was
should work
interesting.
in a menial job. I tell you what, young man, There's a bright future ahead of you.
Nah, I don't see a bright future. I just see a dark dawn.
Whoa!
Oh! It's funny because that's gonna be his next review after he breaks the first stage.
Hey, I never said that was gonna be a review.
Well, you said you were doing a Golden Sun marathon.
Yeah, it's not a review marathon. It's just a marathon where I talk about Golden Sun stuff. I am talking about Dark Dawn afterwards, but it's not going to be a review. It's going to be one of those what it did right, because people hate that game. Like, absolutely hate it. I don't know why.
Obviously, because it's shitty. That's
Like,
why people hate it.
It's kind of like Skyward Sword in the way how critics thought it was good, fans at the time thought it was good, but a few years later, they just hated it. Like, there's even people out there that wish that it didn't even exist. It's like, it's not that bad, guys. Come on. It's good. Oh, and he's in the horseshoe crab ship thing.
Yup.
Yay! You've come full circle.
The thing that looks like a sperm cell.
We are now the horseshoe crab. Yo, can we get like a ship like this in F-Zero? That'd be tight.
Yeah. Well, time to look at the chat since we're done here.
You
See?
won! You gotta say it like Link from the CDI game.
I won! If you press down and make me walk, you can make me do the duck walk. Cool, huh?
How about a kiss? For luck? You got to be kidding.
Let's see.
You won't be again keeping the title. I like Pixar. I like Pixar too.
-1%. I like that.
99.99%.
That's impossible.
Oh man, how great would it be if you got 99%? You missed it by 0.0000001.
You know, that usually does happen.
Yeah,
Like when
it
I
happens so much.
recorded footage for the next review that's coming out tonight, I got 98%. And the two things I missed were like at the bottom of nowhere fair, so I had to go fucking backtrack for them, and it took like 5 minutes.
Womp womp. Hey, would you fucking X-Parasite? I don't know how you would.
I would
'cause there's
die.
a pile of poop.
What? Why?
I just wish Dark Dawn didn't end the way it did. I don't think anybody does. I hate the ending so much.
No, isn't it one of those things where it's just like it's a cliffhanger?
Yes.
Is that why it's bad?
Mm-hmm.
Because you don't know
It's
what's gonna happen next.
It's just something that I hate in hindsight. Not necessarily. It's like when I played it, I didn't say, "Oh wow, I hate this ending." But looking back, I said, "Yeah, no, I hate this ending," because we still don't know if there's going to be a fourth game or not.
Well, I mean, like, didn't Golden Sun 1 technically end that way too?
Yes, but the second game was already way well into development.
Yeah. But nobody knew that at the time.
No, I think some people did, because I think when Camelot published the game, they said that the second game was already being worked on because it was supposed to be to be one game. So
I know that, but the point I'm making is it feels stupid to hate an ending just because a sequel hasn't come out yet.
well, it's for a sequel of a niche Nintendo IP that doesn't really get a lot of attention from the publisher anyways. So, and especially when you consider what we've got. What we've got.
That's
that
how
a
you do
good-
it, bitches. 100% in an hour and 38 minutes.
I love that drawing, by the way, of like the two birds and Samus. That's really cute.
Mm-hmm.
See, and I would like to see like a Metroid game where it covers her and like her relationship with the Chozo and stuff.
Go read the Zero Mission manga.
Oh well, if you read the manga.
If you've read the manga, you know that Samus was raised by two Chozo. One of them was named Grey Voice, and the other one I don't remember the name of off the top of my head at this moment in time.
100%. Good job, man. See you next mission. If there ever be one.
Eric just had a Craigasm.
Yay!
Yeah, Game and Tank. I just beat this game in an hour and 38 minutes. What now, Brown Cow?
So what
Yeah.
now? What do
Um,
we do?
I don't know. You guys want to do Super Metroid next?
I mean, if you want. Might as well.
How about this? I'm sure my family's thinking about dinner right about now. It's only like 6 where I am.
It's 8:55.
So how about I'm gonna cut off this stream for now, and I will go talk to them, and when I'm done, I will see about Super Metroid.
Alright, sounds good.
Okay.
So this has been Exo Streams Metroid Zero Mission. Hope you folks enjoyed. And so yeah, I guess I might see you guys for more later tonight. So, but until then, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time.
Toodaloo!